FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. Through this Sunday at Super Value Foods, you'll find the weekend Super Value specials. Coke and Coke products, 2-liter bottles are just 98 cents. Uncle Ray's potato chips, 4-ounce bag, 98 cents. CNA sugar, a 10-pound bag, only $2.98. Fresh greens are 38 cents per bunch. And beef T-bone steaks this weekend only, $4.88 a pound. It's all at Super Value Foods, North Main Street in Warren. Shop and save during the Super Value Weekend Blowout Sale. And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Once again, we're here talking with Coach Bo Embry of the Fighting Lumberjacks. Coach, first of all, let's go back and talk about last week. First game in the playoffs, and Lumberjacks scored just the way we like it. Off, quick, and consistent. Yeah, that's been our biggest problem, being consistent on offense. And, we came out and got 2 penalties early, and kind of like, oh, here we go again. But we were able to overcome it first drive. And like I said earlier, that if we can keep from having penalties and turning the ball over, we can score points. And we were able to do that. We scored 5 out of the first 7 drives. One of them we threw an interception, and the other one we had to punt. But other than that, offensively we really clicked. Probably one of the better offensive performances we've had this year. And I thought our kids really prepared well last week. And when you lose 2 offensive linemen, that was huge going in that we didn't know until we knew one of them was not going to be there. Then we lost another one on Friday, and it was tough. I thought our kids really stepped up, and it's been a tough year, but you never want to lose 2 offensive linemen, and especially starting offensive linemen. When you do that, you kind of start worrying about what's going to be, what's going to happen. And I thought Marcus Green, 54, I thought he really stepped up at left guard and played well against a really good D lineman, and then moving Weston Gavin the right tackle. That's a new position for him, and he handled it well. Lumberjacks on a roll. Gets their first win in the playoffs this year. Brother Marshall had a really good night rushing the football. Yeah, I said this earlier, he missed 3 games early in the year. This is the first year he's played running back. You can tell sometimes he showed glimpses of being a really good running back, and he would miss a cut here, miss a cut there, and that just shows his experience. And the other night, boy, he was hitting the hole, and he was trusting the block. And when he hits the hole, he's really fast, and he was able to break a couple. And right there in the third quarter, he had 2 really good runs that really put the game away. And I thought that he's starting to get better. Even though it's week 13, when you got a kid who's missed so much, and then his first time playing that position, just a feel for it. Well, he's starting to really feel comfortable back there, and hopefully that's going to carry over to this week. We need it to, and it was exciting. Our defense, keeps playing well. And we played a really good quarterback, a freshman, and we talked about it last Friday, and he was everything that we thought he was, maybe a little bit more. And the thing about it was that he was so tough. And you see freshmen all the time that move up, and we've had some years that are great athletes. And you can tell they're going to be really good in the future, but the physical part of it, they really don't, they really don't handle it very well. And we just kept hitting that guy. He just kept getting up. And I was very, very impressed with him. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's going to be a special football player in the state of Arkansas. Talking about your defense, boy, they have played well all season long. We talked about them before here on the coach's show. Let's talk about who's up front, and then talk about the linebacking group. I think that's where the key is, the linebacking group. Yeah, we have Jet Reed, who's one defensive end, Weston Embry, who's the other defensive end, and then Jared Villarreal and Hunter White and Weston Gavin are interior guys. They rotated in, and they're doing a really good job of fitting and making the ball bounce and doing things that we need to do to be successful. And we don't ask them to make plays in space very often. When they get in space, we're not very good. But then we have 3 linebackers behind them. With Xander Hemphill and Maddox Laster and Cedric Calvert, who can tackle really well in space for the most part. And then Taylor Marshall comes in in certain situations and spells one of them. But defensively, I thought outside of one play really, they had 2 plays. They had one quarterback run that he broke a tackle on their sideline and went for about 40. And then on 4th and 15, we have a safety that's behind them, and they get down to the 1 yard line on 4th down. But you take them 2 plays away, I think they played really, really well. And now they got a tough test tonight. Huge test tonight. It's gonna be a challenge for our football team, and we're excited. We've had a really good week of practice. Our kids are excited, and anytime you're playing on Thanksgiving week, you've had a really good year, and especially this year, it's been a lot different for us. It's been a long year, but at the same time, we're excited to get a chance to play on Thanksgiving Friday. Stay tuned. We got more coming up here on the Coach's Corner. We'll talk with Coach Embry about Arkadelphia right after this timeout.
When it comes to healthcare, I want the best. We all want the best. The best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find healthcare with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center. Hometown people taking care of our hometown. Just like you.
Hello. Oh, Lucky's in Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the order now button. Well, guess what? At AutoBuyLucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At AutoBuyLucky.com, see all the pictures and equipment. Oh yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at AutoBuyLucky.com.
That's the one thing everybody loves these days, convenience. And that's just what we have in the nation first. Whether you set up online, whatever it is, we can help with it all. Need a loan? No problem. We can help with that too.
Wait, what? Did you say? FDIC equal housing lender.
Well, Coach, we get to play at home again, and if you look at the brackets, the way it worked out, Warren, of course, the number 3 seed. Arkadelphia is one of those teams that's in the brackets, but they're a number 5 seed, but that's really not the case. Right, they're 8-1. They lost 3 conference games early in the year. Their 4th, 5th, and 6th games that they did not play because of COVID-19, and so we're playing a really good football team. A 5 seed, you usually don't play a 5 seed. It's a really good football team, and they're 8-1 right now. They're only lost week 10 to Malvern, and really, the only time they really played bad all year was that night. They had some turnovers and still barely got beat by a good Malvern team. And, Arkadelphia's Arkadelphia. We've got to know them pretty well the last 3 or 4 years. The 17, obviously, unfortunately, we played them in the state championship game. Everyone knows how that turned out. And then, 2018, they come over here in the second round and put it on us pretty good. And then both years they went on to win a state championship. And they're athletic. They're about the same type of football team. They have a quarterback who was a wide receiver in the 18 team on the 18 team that was really dynamic. He really gave us fits. I think he ended up scoring 3 or 4 touchdowns that night. From the slot receiver standpoint of running speed sweeps and catching a go ball once, and moved him to quarterback now. This is his first year playing quarterback. Very dynamic, very elusive. It's going to be, we got to be able to make sure that we get guys who's going to be different from the quarterback we played last week. Where the quarterback last week was not as fast, but he's probably a little bit more physical. He wasn't as elusive, so we got to get a lot of guys to the football. We can't take a chance on him. It's going to be hard to tackle him in space. We know that going in. And then, they got a running back who's got like 4 or 5 Division I offers. He's 6'2", 6'3", 230, 4 or 5 guy that runs downhill. And we got to get a lot of guys to him. They want to throw the football right now. They're about 60-65% throw. And then when they hand it to him, we got to be there to make sure we get him down. And, they got 3 receivers who can take it the distance at any time. And, and it's going to be a tough challenge for our defense tonight. They're, like I told our guys all week, I think they're similar offensively to Texarkana. Whereas, I thought the running back is not as big as Texarkana's running back was not as big, but he was very elusive, very quick. Their quarterback was very elusive, very quick, and I thought we did an okay job that night of containing both of them, and really played them really well. For 4 quarters, had a chance there late. In the 4th quarter, it's 21-14, and we just couldn't do anything on offense. And then defensively, Arkadelphia,
they're different than they've been in the past. I mean, they're a 3-4 team now. They blitz every time. They move every down, and that's a concern going in, to be honest, just because we're so young up front. We're starting, 3 sophomores and 2 juniors up front, and this is new to them. This is all new to them, and they're going to move around. They're going to bring blitzes from everywhere, and so we worked on it all week, and we know, like I told our guys, they're going to hit some, and, but we got to make sure we protect the football, and when we hit, we need to be big plays. And then you look at it from their defensive standpoint. They got 2 safeties who played against us 2 years ago, and then an outside linebacker, but pretty much everybody else is new, and their D line is all new, and they moved one of their D linemen from last year who started on the D line, a linebacker. So it's going to be a tough test for us, but we're excited for the chance to get to play them. I know that it's going to be. I know they're going to come in ready to play, and we got to match that and then see what happens.
Of course, it could be a bittersweet game as well. Some of your coaching staff came down to Warren this year from Arkadelphia.
Yeah, I've got 2 guys from Arkadelphia, our D coordinator, Casey Moreland, and our D-back coach, Trent Wilson, and, they know them kids as well as anybody. They've been with them. Casey was there with the last 5 years, won 2 state championships with them, and I think that he's put together a really good game plan. Now we got to go execute the game plan on defense, and, it's just going to be whether we can tackle them in space or not. That's what it's going to come down to, and I think our kids will play extremely hard, that they always do, and then offensively, we got to take care of the football. We can't, with them shifting and moving and yelling and hollering, we got to make sure that we don't get pre-snap penalties. That's something that we really put a lot of emphasis on this week, and you really can't simulate what they do on defense just because they blitz every time. When I tell you, we every film that we've had, we broke it down, and they're going to move and blitz about, which is totally different than what they done in 17 and 18. They were a lot like us. They were going to be based. They were going to play techniques. They were going to make everything spill to their guys and tackle really well. And now they're, totally the opposite side of the spectrum from that. I mean, they're going to line up. They're going to move around, and all of a sudden they're just going to pin their ears back and come. And, the good thing about that is when we hit it right, we're going to have big plays. But they're going to hit some too, and we just got to make sure we take care of the football.
Stay tuned. Closing comments coming up here before the kickoff of tonight's game from Coach Embry after this timeout.
James Gillette Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Vendors, contests, live music, prizes, food, and fun all day on September 12th at the annual South Ark Outdoor Expo at the El Dorado Conference Center on the campus of South Arkansas Community College. Admission is one non-perishable food item, hosted by the South Ark Foundation and sponsored by Apex Ready Mix Concrete. Learn more at www.southarkexpo.com. Week 13 of high school football, second round of the playoffs for the Lumberjacks, third round for some of these teams. Arkadelphia had to play that opening weekend as they had to pick up a game, but then they beat a good team last week. They come in here tonight, and they've got high hopes of returning to the state championship because they're that caliber of a team. They finished as the number 5 seed, but as we talked about earlier, that's no indication of what this team is. Arkadelphia comes in. They always play Warren really, really tough here. Because we expect a knockdown, drag out, just a tough ball game tonight. This is the 4th time we played them in the last 10 or 12 years. 2013 we played them here on Thanksgiving week. They were number one in the state, and they were 12-0. We were 9-3, or I don't remember what our record was, but we wasn't undefeated. But
it was an unbelievable ball game. We were able to beat them, with in the last part of the game, and then in 17, obviously, in the state championship game, and then 18, they came over here and we were beat up, and they put it on us pretty good. But I think both teams are different. I know we are. I think that our kids, if you'd have told me back in July that, we're going to start 7 sophomores and be playing on Thanksgiving week, I'd have called you a liar. Just because of, we thought we, had some guys that had some experience from last year, and then all of a sudden, you lose them, whether it's be quarantined or whether it be injury. And but our kids have just kept coming back and fighting and fighting and fighting. And, them sophomores have grown up. You look at Maddox, I think he's gotten better. And then, it's not too many times you see a Mike linebacker playing quarterback, and, Jalen Lee, who we, at safety has started and has gotten better. Up front, you got Weston Gavin, Hunter White, and Marcus Green. All three of them have gotten better, and so we got a lot of young guys out there. But Tayshawn Johnson, who's one of our playmakers now, another sophomore, and we're counting on the sophomores a lot more. And it's like I told our football team Sunday and Monday of this week. You look at it, and I don't know how many teams can say this. I'm gonna say not very many, but out of the 10 or 11 games that we played, how many teams are still playing right now? And there's 6 of them. You look at it. There's Whitehall, they're still playing. I mean, there's a 5A team. Stuttgart, they're still playing. Texarkana, they're still playing. Boonville, they're still playing. Monticello, they're still playing. So Dumas, they're still playing. That's 6 teams still playing that we've played. And you go back and you look on the other side of that, you look at Arkadelphia. Out of the 9 games they played, they got 1 team still playing, and that's Malvern. So, we played better football teams than they played. Now, are they a good football team? Yes. But I think that what we've done early in the year, playing the Whitehalls, playing the Stuttgarts, playing the Texarkanas, playing Boonville, I think that's going to, I think we're ready to play this football game tonight. And we just got to go out and play and not make it bigger than what it is. I mean, it's just another football game. And I know the fans, remember everything that's happened in the past, but our kids need to go out there and just execute what we need to do, and let's see what happens in the fourth quarter. Who knows how they'll play in the fourth quarter, because they'd average 54 points a game most of the year and not giving up very many. But they've only been in one close game, and they lost that game. So let's go see what happens if we keep it close.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. It's Warren and Arkadelphia in the playoffs here at Lumberjack Stadium. Stay tuned. For Coach Bo Embry, I'm Jimmy Sledge. Lumberjack football is next.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium as we get set for Lumberjack football tonight here on K-Country. I'm Jimmy Sledge. Joining me back tonight is David King. Glad to have him back here in the booth with us tonight. And, David, this ought to be one of those ball games, one of the better ball games in the state tonight.
Should be. It should be a great ball game. These teams are pretty evenly matched. They're same type setup, and they have a history together. Yeah. Warren leads the series 4-3, which goes back into the 60s. Of course, it didn't really get revived again until into the 2010s, but then, of course, you weren't meeting each other during the season, which is what made these games so special. You remember these games because they're in the second, third, fourth week of the playoffs.
The championship games.
Championship games. That's what made them. For Warren, I've been watching some stuff through the weeks and looking at this stuff, Jimmy, and, you know, a high school coach that still has his team playing and winning and doing well, there probably ought to be hundreds of coaches of the years this year, because you talk about a year.
Oh, yeah, it's been different.
It's been different. Warren, led by Traylon Marshall, he has 841 yards rushing on 98 attempts. He's averaging 8.5 yards a carry. Calvert, 367 yards on the year. Jakari Lee, 141 yards. Bird, 138. Johnson, 131. Trotter, 127. So they can Warren trots out some running backs. The passing numbers actually surprised me. Because I thought, Warren hadn't thrown the football.
A whole lot, no.
But Laster, 57 of 102. 55% completion rate. He's only threw 3 interceptions. 828 yards, 10 touchdowns, and he's averaging 14.5 yards per completion. So it's been more of a dynamic passing game than you realized. Than you really realized. But you think about it, is when you got them running the football this well as we're running, we're not just running the football.
Yeah.
You've got to be prepared for all of it.
Coach Embry's always wanted to be balanced, and in the past he has been about 50-50 on the run and pass as far as his offenses go. David, this defense tonight is going to get tested. Coach Embry talked about it.
Yes, this will be a big test. Defensive line has played well throughout the year. Your linebackers are the key to tonight. Xander Hemphill, Maddox Laster, Cedric Calvert. They're going to have to play in space and make tackles in the open field. There's not going to be this swarming to the football type stuff.
Yeah, it's going to take some one-on-one tackling out on the edges for sure.
And Jakari Lee, we've talked about him all year. He's Warren shut-down corner. He'll be called on a lot tonight, too. The quarterback for Arkadelphia, Buster Braden, he threw for over 150 yards last week. The junior running back, Ja'Shawn Davis, who's a big boy, he ran for right at 150 yards last week. So it's not going to be they're going to run the football, so we're going to stack the line or, any of that. You're going to have to play assignment football, do what you've been coached to do, and play smart football.
All right, we are just a few moments away from the kickoff of tonight's ball game here at Lumberjack Stadium, third round of the playoffs. Other teams playing tonight of interest. Monticello's taking on Crossett. That game is in Monticello. You can listen to the broadcast on our sister station, KHPM 93.7. Also, McGee tonight is hosting, let's see, who are they hosting? I had it right here in front of me just a moment ago. They are hosting Lincoln, and you can listen to that broadcast on our sister station, KXSA 103.1.
And just in case you're wondering about the other 4A team, Dumas is hosting Gosnell.
Gosnell, in Dumas, that's
in
right.
Dumas.
That's right. So, still got 3, make it 4. 8-4A team still alive.
One team of 8-4A will play after tonight.
After tonight, yeah, exactly right. All right, we're just a moment away from kickoff. We'll take another break. We'll be back with more of our pregame show after this timeout.
Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student-athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring, and wishing them the best.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve you. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away in the vehicle you have always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at RobinAutomotive.com.
Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. Be a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust.
And we welcome you back to Jim Early Jr. Stadium as the Lumberjacks won the toss. They have elected to receive, so we'll see Warren's offense out on the field first. And, David, it's key for Warren to get off to a quick start.
A quick start. We can't start behind the chains.
Yeah.
First and 15, second and 10, that kind of stuff just didn't go get the job done tonight. So get out there, get off to a quick start, and the good Coach Hembry teams, the good Warren teams have always made you play chase.
The Lumberjacks, again, will receive the football. I need to remind you that coming up next Tuesday, I believe, or next Thursday, make it, Seabeck here in Warren is having a Facebook auction. That'll be on Thursday, December 3rd. And they're going to be bidding starting at 9 a.m., ending at 3 p.m. You can log on to Seabeck's Facebook page and bid on items made by their welding and construction students. Items to be sold will be stuff that they've made there in class. So get online and see what you can come up with.
As we're just about set, the Lumberjacks out on the field, that's going to be Johnson and Traylon Marshall deep for the Lumberjacks. And it's kind of odd to actually see Warren return people back inside the 10-yard line, as the 8-4A features the sky kick more than anything. As we're just about ready to be underway from Warren, Arkansas, the third round of the playoffs, the Arkadelphia Badgers out of the 7-4A against the Lumberjacks out of the 8-4A. And they say we are ready. And this one is underway. It's going to be fielded by Johnson at the 13, back out to the 20, the 25, up to the 30, the third, about the 33-yard line.
Nice return by Tayshawn Johnson to start the football game. Lumberjacks get excellent field position at their own 33-yard line. So we'll see what Coach Embry and the Warren offense can do. Of course, the quarterback is the sophomore in Maddox Lassiter. And you look at that offensive line, you got a lot of sophomores out there. He talked about that on the coach's show.
Iman is the center in the middle. Gavin and two tackles. I'll get you guards in just a second.
Laster out of the shotgun. It's going to put a man in motion. It's Johnson wanting to go deep. First play, trying to go deep for Jared Payne. There's a flag on the play right off the bat, and The defender and the receiver got tangled up. Their feet did.
Yes.
They're going to, that's just an unfortunate call, I'm going to say, for Arkadelphia because they got their feet tangled up.
But it happens. We've got Connor McDermott and Jared Villarreal starting at the 2 guard positions. Yes, we will see Green. Matter of fact, Green just checks into the ball game.
So they'll mark off the penalty, a defensive pass interference call against Arkadelphia, and of course, we'll take it. Lumberjacks will have it now at the 48-yard line. Their own 48, 1st and 10. Twin receivers go wide left. Lassiter again out of the gun. Now checks off the play as Coach Embry looks over the defense. A 3-man front defensively. Run 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers for this Badger defense. Lassiter gets the snap, going to leave it with Marshall, goes left side. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Nothing there for Traylon Marshall on that left side of the offensive line, and coming up to make the stop for the Badgers is number 42, and he's a linebacker. We'll probably call his name a lot. He's Elijah Wheeler. Actually, he's a defensive lineman.
Yes.
5'11", 240 pounds.
And he is a stud.
2nd down, 10 for the Lumberjacks. Once again, Warren comes up. Arkadelphia's going to jump off sides. The defensive end over there, Donovan Witten, got a little bit too anxious. He was a linebacker that had cheated up on the line, and Coach Embry talked about they're going to blitz. That's where it was coming from on that play. So now it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Lumberjacks. 2nd penalty of the ball game against the Badgers. Warren now in Arkadelphia territory. Again, handoff to Marshall, this time over the right side. And he's going to come up and get it to about the 46, but a flag comes in at the end of the play. So let's see what the flag, maybe a face mask.
Could be. They're signaling Arkadelphia. Yeah.
Face mask against the Badgers.
5-yard variety, but that should be enough for a 1st down.
So Warren's offense getting a little help here early in the ball game with a defensive pass interference call, an offsides, and now a 5-yard face mask penalty. And David, all of a sudden, we got it at the Badger 41-yard line.
You got to take it as you can get it.
1st and 10, Lumberjacks. Ball on the right hash mark. Warren moving from north to south, from left to right on your radio. Lassiter moves up as the H-back. You got Bird in at quarterback. He'll take the direct snap. Bird's going to keep it himself. Stiff arms a man at the 41. He's across the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. Peyton Bird on a good run there as he was hitting the backfield. Just used his upper body strength to pick up extra yardage.
Picks up, looks like about 4 yards.
It'll be 2nd down and 6. Mark it at the 37 of Arkadelphia now. Bird's going to split wide to the left. Lassiter will move back at quarterback. Jared Payne comes wide right here in the boundary, the only receiver on the short side of the field. 1 to throw. Lassiter dumps it out to Marshall. Marshall inside the 30, down to the 25, and bumped out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
13-yard pickup, set up the slip screen on the short side of the field, and Weston Gavin, Dakota.
1st and 10, Lumberjacks now at the 24-yard line of Arkadelphia. Opening drive of the ball game. Lumberjacks started at their own 33. Bird back in at quarterback again. Bird this time going to keep it himself. Left side, runs into someone there at about the 23. He may gain a yard, and that's all. He's driven backwards. And this Badger defense, David, they run a 3-4, but they'll shoot a linebacker up from either side, maybe in the middle. They're going to bring somebody every time.
They're going to bring 4 at you. The problem is you only know where 3 are coming from.
2nd down and 9, a gain of 1 by Bird on that play. 9:50 left to go, 1st quarter. We have no score. Opening drive of the ball game. Winner moves on to play next week. Loser is done for the season. Ball in the middle of the field at the 23-yard line.
We got a whistle.
An official timeout. As see what they're doing. They get everything set. Now we're ready to go. I think they want to make sure the play clock is set right. Bird is back at quarterback. Lassiter moves up as the blocking back on the left side. Bird going to leave it with Marshall, comes right side, cuts it at the 20 to the 15, just shy of the 15, and finally slung to the ground there. Coming up to make the tackle is going to be Kalen Jones. He's the safety coming up to make the stop on Traylon Marshall, but Marshall picks up good yardage.
It's going to be a 7-yard pickup for Marshall.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Ball spotted just outside the 16-yard line. First time in the red zone. 8:59 left to go, first quarter. We have no score. Johnson in motion. Bird gets the snap, takes it up, goes to the 14. He'll have the first down at the 13-yard line. And that's where the Lumberjacks will have it.
Bird doing a good job reading his defense that time, pulls it, and is able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10, Lumberjacks mark it at the 13-yard line of Arkadelphia. On first down, Laster, the quarterback, keeps it himself straight ahead. He'll carry inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down and 6 for the Lumberjacks.
You know, we don't talk about Maddox Laster's running, but you have to go back quite a few years, back to the days of Drake Jones. That's who he reminds you of running the football.
He's big and physical.
Big and physical.
Bird back at quarterback. Empty backfield. Put a man in motion. Hand it off on the end around. That's going to be Tayshawn. No, that's Marshall on the carry. Marshall carries it inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 1 inside the 5. And David Warren's done, you take away the pass interference penalty. They've done all of this except one play on the ground.
Yes.
All this drive. And that was a completion to Traylon Marshall out of the backfield.
This will be the 9th play of this drive.
Taking almost 4 minutes off the clock. Bird again back in at quarterback. Bird takes the snap, hands off at Cedric Calvert up the middle. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Boy, you let Marshall do all the work. Let Cedric Calvert take it into the end zone. Lumberjacks take the opening drive and go 67 yards in just under 4 minutes and take a 6-0 lead. Jacinto will come on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Clay Barnes. Snap is down. The kick's on its way. Jacinto puts it through the uprights. Good. 7-0 Lumberjacks lead it. We're back in a moment.
Buffalo is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Brew Rehab team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring, and wishing them the best.
Lumberjacks lead at 7-0, 8:02 to play here in the first quarter. Warren took the opening drive and goes 67 yards. David gets the final stats on it. As Jacinto kicks it off, it'll be fielded at the 13 and return. 15, 20, up to the 25, on the outside at the 30, 35, 40, midfield, and finally brought down in Lumberjack territory at the 47-yard line. Big return by Arkadelphia, and making the tackle there was going to be Caleb Barnes on the special teams, but David Warren's played really good on special teams up until that point.
Up until that point, you're right. Warren's drive, 9 plays, 67 yards, 3 minutes, 58 seconds.
1st and 10 for the Badgers. They mark it at the Lumberjack 46-yard line. As the quarterback is Braden Thomas. He'll work out of the gun, pistol formation, leaves it with his big back up the middle. He's hit at the 43, a fall forward to the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the play. And that's a big running back. Number 6.
6'2", 230, and a junior. So he's going to be one to deal with next year.
John Thomas wanting to throw on second down, has a man, is complete inside the 25 and out of bounds down at the 22, make it the 21-yard line. Just a deep out route. The pass is complete over there to Preston DeMauro. And all of a sudden, here we have Warren leading 7-0. Arkadelphia looking at knocking on the door at the 21. Thomas again wanting to throw, looking into the sideline, throws. It's going to go through the hands of the intended receiver. The defending on the play was Jared Payne. Payne broke on the ball. He may have got a finger on it.
I think he may have.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Arkadelphia. It's time to go with twin backs in the backfield beside Thomas. Thomas takes the snap, leaves it with the left halfback. He cuts up at the line of scrimmage, goes inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play. That's Braylon Bailey, number 4, on the carry for the Badgers. So 3rd down and 6 now for Arkadelphia. Just under 7 minutes left to play. Warren leading 7-0. Badgers trying to answer. Thomas rolling to his left. Dumps it off in the flat. Is picked off and returned at the 10, to the 20, out to the 30, 35, all the way out to the 40-yard line. Jakari Lee with the interception for the Lumberjacks. And the turnover will give the Lumberjacks the football out at the 40-yard line.
You knew all ago Jared Payne broke on that football. And somebody like Jakari Lee noticed that ball floats a little bit. So he broke on the football when he knew it was coming his way. And I really thought they just had the angle on the short side of the field, or he's taking that into the house.
Warren will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line following the interception. 6:45 to play here in the opening quarter. 7-0. Lumberjacks on top. Lassiter's going to go back up as the blocking back. We'll see Bird again at quarterback. Marshall, the lone setback.
Motion.
Now motion on both sides. Looked like Tayshawn Johnson took a step forward.
Yeah.
So we'll mark off 5 against the Lumberjacks. That'll be the first penalty against Warren. But, David, here we go. Start behind the chains on our second possession of the night. It'll be 1st and 15. They'll spot it back at the 35-yard line. And Bird will send Tayshawn or Jared Payne wide to the left, and Tayshawn's out there wide. Receiver screen complete. That's Tayshawn. He completed to 35, the 40. Going to get that yardage back we lost on the penalty and a few more as he'll carry it out to the 43-yard line.
You knew that poor linebacker over there that had him man-to-man chasing from behind was beat.
Yeah, Tayshawn's one of the fastest young men on this squad.
Yes.
And he's just a sophomore, and he's really come in his own the last 3 or 4 games. Been playmaker for the Lumberjacks. 2nd down and 7 for the Lumberjacks. A gain of 8 on that last play. This time Lassiter's at quarterback now. Lassiter, straight drop, wanting to throw, wanting to go deep. Has a man open. It's going to be overthrown, intended for Traylon Marshall. As Warren had 5 wideouts.
Now we've got
a sideline warning against the Lumberjacks here to start the ball game. And I think that was all on Coach Embry. He was out on the field.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Warren. 6:32 to play here in the opening quarter. Warren leading 7-0.
Of course, I've always heard him say all of them's been on him. Every sideline warning that Warren's ever got was his.
3rd down and 7. Ball on the left hash mark. Twin receivers come wide right. Lassiter takes the snap, dumps it off to Marshall and just overthrows him. Got in a hurry, felt the pressure coming. They had 5 guys coming on the blitz.
Maddox felt the pressure in his face, unloaded it a little bit too early.
So Warren will punt for the first time tonight with 6:29 to go here in the opening quarter. And Xander Hemphill, who's handled the punting duties all year, will go back deep to punt. Arkadelphia will send 1 man back deep to receive the kick. And he'll stand at his own 20-yard line. Gets a good snap. Hemphill end-over-end kick is going to be hit the ground at the 20, take a lumberjack roll inside the 15, and be down at the 10-yard line by Tayshawn Johnson. How about that? A nice punt from Xander Hemphill. What is that, 52 yards on the punt. No return, and Arkadelphia is going to start 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Trailing the Lumberjacks 7-0. As Arkadelphia will come from the line of scrimmage and go straight, or come from the sideline and go straight to the line of scrimmage. Warren, 4-man front defensively, the 3 linebackers. Thomas out of the shotgun, going to hand it off right side. The big back, he's into the secondary. He's at the 25, the 30, 35. Is going to take 4 Lumberjacks to finally run him down and drag him to the ground. As that is Jashawn Davis, the running back. Boy, David, he runs downhill, doesn't he?
Yes. Big kid runs downhill and
up tempo for the Badgers. They snap it quickly, throw it out in the flat, complete out over the 45, out to the 48-yard line. Is making the catch out there is Trip Campbell. And that'll be a gain of 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1. Again, they go up tempo. Warren has to hustle back defensively, get set. Thomas now slows down, looks into the sideline. Trip receivers wide to the right for Arkadelphia. Thomas leaves it with the big guy. He's up the middle. Davis across midfield, has his feet cut out from under him at the 45. He'll fall forward. That's Peyton Bird on the stop for the Lumberjacks. But not before they move the chains. They'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers.
9-yard pickup.
Warren leading 7-0. 5 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Badgers' 2nd possession. Thomas, empty backfield. Quarterback draw, keeps it himself. Across the 40, a flag comes in. He's out to the 34-yard line. But we'll see. I believe it's coming back. I think we're going to look for a hold to come in against Arkadelphia. As the officials confer out there. The run was down to the 34-yard line. Holding is the call against the Badgers. It was that flag is back at the 42. So that's going to make it. It'll remain 1st down, but, David, it's going to be way back.
Yeah.
He'll mark it all the way back at the Badger 48-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 19 for Arkadelphia. We'll see how well they do coming from behind the sticks. Thomas again out of the shotgun. Davis the lone setback. Leaves it with Davis, right side. He bounces it across midfield. The 45 runs over a Lumberjack at the 40-yard line down to the 39. Wow, that was Jalen Lee who came up. He tried to do the right thing and hit him down about the knees, but the running back Davis just got lower than he did.
Yes.
Lowered his shoulder. 2nd down and 6. Gain of 13 on that play. Thomas throwing over the middle, overthrows his intended receiver. As that is Kyler Pfeiffer. It'll fall incomplete. And David, we need to slow down to catch our breath.
Yeah, because they are very up tempo right now.
3rd down and 7 for Arkadelphia. You got to think they're in 4-down territory at the Lumberjack 39-yard line. Thomas out of the pistol formation. Leaves it with Davis straight up the middle. He's hit at the line. He'll push forward inside the 35 down to the 34. He's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down, I believe. We'll see where they mark his forward progress. Going to be just shy, half a yard. It'll be 4th and less than a yard for the Badgers now.
I knew he was going to be awful close.
They'll go with a power set in the backfield. Hand it off, 2nd back through. He's got the 1st down as he carries down to the 32. Xander Hemphill and Jalen Lee coming up to make the stop. The ball carrier was number 4. That is Braylon Bailey. So it's enough for a 1st down for the Badgers. They'll quickly come back to the line. Go empty backfield again. 4 receivers to the right. Thomas looking, has all day, rolling to his right now. Going to throw this one toward the sideline and out of bounds. Warren only rushed 3, make it 4. And then Calvert came late on a linebacker blitz. And Warren had good coverage down the field, and Thomas had nowhere to go with it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Back to the line of scrimmage. Triple receivers again, wide right. Thomas looking. No one to throw it to. He'll run to his left, now runs back to his right. Warren playing containment. He throws it finally to a back out of the backfield, completed to 25, the 20, to the 15, and finally bumped out of bounds down at the 11-yard line. That's Bailey on the reception again. But David, Warren had the coverage down the field. You just can't account for everybody coming out.
No.
Over there on the sideline. 1st and 10 Badgers at the Lumberjack 11. Second time the Badgers have been down in scoring position. Warren leading 7-0. Last time Warren intercepted a pass. Thomas wanting to throw again. Looking, fires toward the end zone. Going to be incomplete. As Thomas pass intended out there. It looked like Jalen Lee on the coverage for the Lumberjacks. He had him all covered up.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10 from the 11. They can't pick up a first down just inside the 2-yard line.
Looked like maybe Jalen Lee changed that route. The quarterback's wanting to go the outside, and he forced him inside.
Thomas throws over the middle, complete, touchdown Badgers. Preston DeMauro with a bullet from Thomas, the quarterback, in the back of the end zone on a skinny post pattern. And we're an extra point away from having a tie ball game here in the first quarter with 3:05 remaining. On to attempt the extra point for the Badgers is Eric Caventes. He's a soccer-style kicker, right-footed. High snap, they get it down, the kick's on its way, and it is good. 7-7 our score. The Lumberjacks and the Badgers all tied here in the state playoffs. Hey, Truck's Heating and Air is wanting you to know that it's going to get cold next week. And if you need to get your furnace checked out, you need to give Matt Trucks a call at 820-1525 or Michael Burns at 820-0722. You know, they work on all brands, all makes and models. They do warranty work as well, and they want to take care of you. That's Trucks Heating and Air. Get ready for the cold weather that's coming next week.
It's coming.
And we want to thank Dr. Kerry Pennington for being a sponsor of tonight's ball game. He's been with us for a long time, and we want to thank Dr. Pennington helping you bring our broadcast to you here on K-Country, KWRF 105.5. 3:05 to play, 7-7 our score. Arkadelphia gets set to kick it off. They're going to kick it deep. And this one's going to be fielded by Tayshawn Johnson at the 15. Back to the 20. Tries to reverse his field, and that's not a good idea. And he's hit at the 25. And going to be down there. So Warren will start 1st and 10 at their own 25, maybe the 27-yard line is where they're going to say his forward progress was. But, David, you got to be impressed. Arkadelphia put together a 90-yard drive.
90-yard drive and did it in right at 6 minutes, 13 seconds. 10 plays.
7-7 our score. Warren and Arkadelphia. Warren's third possession of the first quarter. They'll start at their own 28-yard line is where they say his forward progress was. Lassiter again at quarterback. Twin receivers go wide left. That's going to be Bird and Jakari Lee split wide left. Payne comes wide right. They bring the blitz. Lassiter unloads it quickly, and it's going to be underthrown. Intended out here for Jared Payne on a deep out route. Lassiter just led him a little too much. So it'll stop the clock with 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Again, we're all tied, 7-7. If you joined us late, Warren opening possession with 67 yards for the score. It was Arkadelphia's second possession of the ball game. Well, they rode 90 yards for the score, and we're tied at 7-7. Bird splits wide left. Jakari Lee, Jared Payne come wide right, put Tayshawn in motion, play action, wanting to throw, screen underneath to Reap, and he's caught in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 22-yard line. Wow, the defense was all over that. Didn't fool anybody. They mark it at the 23, so a loss of 5 on the play, and the Lumberjacks looking at 3rd down and 15. So 3rd and long. Lassiter stays at quarterback. Marshall's your lone setback in the backfield. Arkadelphia shows a 4-man front defensively now. Linebackers are coming. They're bringing 6. Lassiter wanting to go deep down the field. He'll overthrow everybody. Intended for Jakari Lee down about the 40-yard line. He's actually in triple coverage down there. So Warren will be forced to punt for their second time tonight. With 2:15 to go here in the opening quarter, and Arkadelphia look to get excellent field position. Warren's got to find a way to stop this Arkadelphia offense.
Yes.
Hemphill will come on. He'll stand at his own 11-yard line to get the snap. Back deep, Kyler Pfeiffer. Hemphill gets set. Gets another good snap, no pressure. High spiraling kick. This one will be fielded and dropped at the 46, but Pfeiffer's going to fall on it for the Badgers at the 44-yard, make it the 45-yard line. Boy, what a break that would have been for the Lumberjacks.
Oh, yes, that would have been huge.
He mishandled the punt, but was able to fall on it, and the Badgers maintained possession at their own 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 2:06 to play here in the quarter. So we'll see if Warren made some changes here on the sideline defensively to slow this Badger offense down. Davis stays in at the running back. He's the big guy. Thomas, your quarterback, going to hand it off to Davis. Davis picks his way through the line across midfield, lowers his shoulder, runs over a Lumberjack at the 40, the 37-yard line. And I think that was Stone Gorman who came up to try to lay the lick on him, but boy, Davis is so big and physical. He just like a bull in a china closet. Mark it down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Badgers. From the Lumberjack, 37. Thomas puts a wide receiver in motion to the short side, wanting to throw, looking, now takes off running. He's up over the 35. Warren's going to come up. Maddox Lassiter's going to make the hit on him up to 31. He'll fall down there. It's going to be a nice gain. It'll be 2nd down, a gain of 6 on the play. But Warren's secondary is doing a good job covering.
Yes, secondary's doing an excellent job covering the pass.
We got to find a way to stop this running attack for Arkadelphia. 1:17 and counting left to go now, first quarter. Arkadelphia slowed it down a little bit. They're going to look into the sideline. They'll send twin receivers wide left. Thomas, the quarterback, leaves it with Davis, the big fullback. He's up the middle, bulls his way inside the 30 down to the 25. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the play and another 1st down for the Badgers. Tell you what, David, if I was a Arkadelphia coach, I'd give it to that young man every time until we stopped him. On 1st and 10, Thomas throwing into the sideline. It is caught inside. Nope. No, they say incomplete. That was Trip Campbell, the intended receiver, tried to make a diving catch. From our position, it looked like he made it, but the official right there said it hit the ground. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with 55 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. We're all tied 7-7. And Arkadelphia on the move. They'll go with 4 receivers, wide right. That's the wide side of the field. Thomas looking, fires underneath, completed to 20, and Warren's going to drive him backwards after he gets to the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Xander Hemphill there to help out on the tackle. A couple other Lumberjacks as well. But a gain of 7 for the Badgers, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. Need to get to the 15 for the 1st down. Ball spotted at the 18 of Warren. They spread the field with 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Davis in the pistol formation behind Thomas, and now a false start against the Badgers. So sometimes that hurry-up offense will get you in trouble.
It'll get you in trouble if you're not careful.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 now for Arkadelphia. They'll spot it back at the 23 of Warren. 25 seconds remain here in the quarter. Thomas, straight drop, looking, fires toward the sideline again. Warren breaks on it, misses it, caught over there at the 10, down to the 15. The defender missed it. The receiver did good concentration, Preston DeMero, to make that catch, and he'll carry it inside the 10. They say he stepped out of bounds at the 10-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10. I'll make it 1st and goal to go. at the 10-yard line for the Badgers. Warren and Arkadelphia tied 7-7. They hand it to Davis. Davis this time, he's hitting the backfield. That's Maddox Lassiter who tripped him up. And he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Lassiter submarined him.
Got him down about the ankles. 2nd and goal at the 10 now for Arkadelphia, and that's the final play of the quarter. We're all tied 7-7. We're back with more Lumberjack football in just a moment.
Service, whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away in this vehicle you have always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robinautomotive.com. Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust.
7-7 our score as we come back. Don't forget, Seabeck's having a Facebook auction this Thursday, December the 3rd. They're going to be selling items that the students in the construction and welding class have been making this year. Picnic tables, they've got a grill they're going to sell, Christmas ornaments, bago boards, rocket grills, assortment of cutting boards, child's picnic tables, and much more. All you got to do is go on to the Seabeck Facebook page. It'll be from 9 to 3 coming up December the 3rd. So help Seabeck and their students and buy some of those items just in time for Christmas. The second quarter, first play. Thomas, they run a flea flicker reverse. Going to dump it off to Thomas. Going to be incomplete. Oh, wow. Little trickery by Arkadelphia, and it didn't work out for them as they handed it off to Davis. Davis picks back to the wide receiver, Pfeiffer, who was fixing to hit the quarterback on the sideline.
He overthrew it. Yeah. First quarter stats, Warren rushes for 34 yards, throws 15, 49 yards total offense. Arkadelphia rushes for 106, throws for 80, 186.
It's 3rd and goal from the 10 for Arkadelphia, and Warren was showing blitz, and Warren jumps offside. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 5 now for Arkadelphia. That was Hemphill who got a little anxious and jumped off sides.
But I told you that 186, Jimmy, 90 of it belongs to the big boy on the ground.
3rd and goal from the 5. Thomas wanting to throw, looking, has all day, throws to the back of the end zone, wide open, and it is incomplete. Warren had a breakdown in the secondary, and just luckily enough for the Lumberjacks, the receiver dropped the football.
A little high on the throw, too.
So it'll be 4th and goal from the 5, but David, this would be a big stop for the Lumberjacks if they have to settle for a field goal. They're not sending the kicking unit on. They're going to go for it. 7-7 our score. We are tied. 4th and goal from the 5 for Arkadelphia. They check into the sideline looking for the play. Thomas, the quarterback. Davis, the lone setback. Play clock down to 4. Thomas down to 2. He'll get the snap off. Thomas rolling to his left. Cedric Hemphill giving chase. Can't catch him. He finally throws and is batted away in the end zone. Intercepted.
So that means it'll come out to the 20. Great job by the defense.
Jalen Lee is the one that came up with it. It was tipped over there by a defender, and I'm not sure who the Lumberjack was that tipped it. It may have been Tayshawn Johnson. But Jalen Lee on the tip ball caught it while he was lying on the ground.
And Warren gets, instead of the ball at the 5, you get the ball at the 20.
So Warren will get it at their own 20-yard line. Still tied 7-7. Huge defensive stand by the Lumberjacks.
Big one.
All right, here we go. Warren 1st and 10. Maddox Lassiter will come on at quarterback. Marshall, your lone setback. Twin receivers go wide right. On 1st down, going to leave it with Marshall. He's got a hole to run through. He's out to the 25. He'll be to the 26. Nice run by Traylon Marshall before he is wrestled down there at the 26-yard line, make it the 27.
7-yard pickup.
It'll be a 2nd and 3. Boy, you like to see a 2nd and less than 5, don't you?
Yes.
So 2nd down and 3 for the Lumberjacks. Bird comes wide left. Payne goes wide right along with Jakari Lee. Marshall stays in at running back. Lassiter calling for the ball. Jakari Lee in motion. Going to hand it off. Marshall up the middle. Tries to pick his way through the line. He's going to get a yard and maybe 2 out of it. He may get it out just shy of the 29. Needed to get to the 30 for the first down.
Looks like to the 29, so give him 2.
It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Lumberjacks. 10:43 to play here in the half. We're all tied 7-7. Again, the winner of this ball game goes on and plays next week. The loser
will play will be done. The winner will travel to either Elkins or Nashville.
On 3rd and 1, Lassiter keeps it himself. He's got the first down across the 35, out to the 40, to the 43, and he's finally brought down, and a flag comes in at the end of the play.
That has the looks of a face mask.
That's Bird make it on who took the direct snap.
Yeah.
Peyton Bird running hard up the middle. The officials discuss if we'll add yardage on to the end of this play or not.
We hope.
Yeah. Personal foul,
yes.
Face mask against the Badgers. That'll be a 15-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to mark it inside Arkadelphia territory.
14-yard pickup with the 15-yard face mask.
So 29 yards after the run and the penalty. He's going to mark it all the way down to the Badger 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. Bird stays in at quarterback. Lassiter, you're blocking back, fullback. Put Tayshawn in motion. Fake it or hand it off. Tayshawn, he's at the 40 to the 35. They're going to be wrestled and slung out of bounds.
And here's
another flag against Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia beginning to come undone at the seam there. That was on number 8, Donovan Witten.
It was well out of bounds, almost on the track here when he slung Tayshawn Johnson to the turf. So we'll tack on another 15 on the personal foul. But wait a minute, there's a flag over at the line of scrimmage as well.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
There's 2 flags on the play. One at the line of scrimmage. One was out of bounds on the late hit for the unnecessary roughness. And now the officials are going to get it together and confer. We're all tied 7-7. American Shifting Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. If you're in the trucking business, the logging business, heavy equipment, hey, you need to write these numbers down. 1-800-444-5977.
Okay.
They can fix any kind of big truck transmission, rear end or clutch. And also they have Michael Adair, who's right here handy around South Arkansas, 820-2028. He'll come to your place, and he will take care of all your big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutch knees. And they do offer a 1-year warranty as well.
Okay, now.
All right. You were watching while I was reading.
Okay, Warren got called for a hold, which was during the play. The personal foul was a dead ball after the play. So you mark off the 10, mark off the 15, and it's 1st and about 6.
So we get 4 yards out of it. So 1st down and 6 for the Lumberjacks. Spot it down at the 38-yard line of Arkadelphia. 7-7 our score. Ball on the left hash mark. Warren moving from south to north, right to left. Lassiter wanting to throw, looking, fires into the sideline, complete to Peyton Bird. Bird going to carry it and finally knocked out of bounds down at the 26-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Warren. Warren crowd wanted another late hit on number 8 again.
And really deserved it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks down at the 26 of Arkadelphia. They'll make it to 25 where they mark it. So Warren looks into the sideline. Coach Embry calling the play. Everybody kind of standing around. You got Bird and Lassiter both standing back there. You don't know who's going to be the quarterback till they line up. It'll be Bird at quarterback. Peyton Bird takes the snap, leaves it with Marshall, right side. Marshall trying to get to the edge, breaks a tackle to the 30. He's going to be knocked down finally at the 27-yard line of Arkadelphia. Nice run by Traylon Marshall. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, David, was able to shake that tackle and then picks up 7, make it 7 yards on the kick.
7-yard pickup.
2nd down and 3 now for Warren. They'll spot it at the 17. We're in the red zone for the second time tonight for the Lumberjacks. We're all tied 7-7. And Warren made a huge defensive stand a moment ago and turned Arkadelphia away to take over in the end zone on an interception. From their own 20, they started this drive. Here's Bird again. He'll carry. A flag comes in. He'll get it to about the 16. Going to be about a half a yard shy of the first down marker, but let's see what the flag.
It's coming back. It's holding.
Yeah, holding against Warren. It was 2nd down and 3. The flag is right at the line of scrimmage. So holding the call against Warren.
And actually, it's going to go against Maddox Laster, who reached across.
So it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Lumberjacks. We'll see the wide receivers shape back in. That's Payne and Jakari Lee. They'll split wide right. It's the wide side of the field. Lassiter at quarterback. Now Coach Embry looks over the defense, checks off the play. They'll go with 4 linemen now. Bringing linebacker from the outside. Marshall gets the handoff. He's across the 25, driving his feet all the way down to the 20-yard line. They finally wrestle him down. But Marshall's going to pick up 8 on the play. And Warren will look at 3rd down and 4, or actually almost 3rd and 5. Need to get just shy of the 15. Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line. So here we go on 3rd down and a long 5 for the Lumberjacks. Again, Lassiter checks it off to Coach Embry. They show 3 down linemen, bring a blitz. Warren throws complete to Peyton Bird, a wide receiver screen, shakes the tackler at the 10 to the 5 and knocked out of bounds down at the 1-yard line. Peyton Bird. David, this is his best ball game all season so far.
So far.
And Warren will knock on the door, 1st and goal to go at the 1-yard line. 8:15 to play here in the second quarter. Cedric Calvert will check back into the ball game at running back. Traylon Marshall is going to come out. Bird stays in at quarterback. Lassiter moves up as the blocking back on the right side behind the tight end over there, Reap. Going to hand it off. Cedric Calvert lowers his shoulder, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Cedric Calvert
gets number 2.
He gets the gravy tonight, doesn't he? Had an earlier touchdown after Warren drove the ball 67 yards, got a short run. And here he goes in from 1 yard out, and the Lumberjacks are up 13-7. Jacinto will come on to attempt the extra point. Right-footed, soccer-style kicker for the Lumberjacks. Good snap. They get it down. The kick's on away, and it's through the uprights and good. 14-7. Lumberjacks lead it. We'll be back with more Lumberjack football after this.
Value Foods, you'll find savings throughout the store. But be sure and shop the Super Value Weekend Blowout Sale. Essential everyday mac and cheese. 7-ounce box is 4 for 98 cents. Beef T-bone steaks, $4.88 a pound. Essential everyday vegetables. 14-ounce can, 2 for 98 cents. Baby peeled carrots, 1 pound bag, just 98 cents. And a new crop of sweet potatoes, 48 cents a pound. It's the Weekend Blowout Sale, only at Super Value Foods on North Main in Warren.
What's the best thing about your car? I mean, it's nice if it looks great, has plenty of power. But the best part is, it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness. It's reliable transportation on the road to recovery. It's something to think about May 6th through the 12th at facilities across the country. Celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of our hometown.
14-7. Lumberjacks just cap off an 80-yard drive. David will give you the numbers on it in just a minute. Jacinto gets set to kick off. Warren's got to do a better job on coverage this time.
Yeah.
Last time we kicked off to them, they had a 62-yard return. It's a knuckleball, and it'll be fielded at the 11-yard line. Return out over the 20, 25, 30, 35, and finally hit and brought down at about the 38-yard line. And that's where Arkadelphia will start this possession from their own 38-yard line with 7:58 to play in the half. Warren leading 14-7.
Warren scoring drive, 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes, 33 seconds.
So Warren's defense, after making that big stand on the last drive on 4th and goal from the 5, came up with the interception in the end zone. Took it 80 yards into the house. Arkadelphia will go with 4 wide. Trips on the wide side. Leave it with Davis, the big fullback. He takes it left side across the 40. Gets up ahead of steam out over the 45. And he's finally brought down out at the 47-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play for the big guy. Make it 8. They mark it at the 46. 2nd down and 2 now for Arkadelphia from their own 46. Again, they leave it with Davis up the middle. This time he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and he's not going anywhere. We won't see that too many times, but Warren, they stuffed it up inside, and that was big Jared Villarreal leading the way for the Lumberjacks.
Tall and wide, Villarreal able just to fill the gap and made the running back have to run around him.
3rd down and 1, a gain of a half a yard on that play. So 3rd and 1. Again, they leave it with Davis. Same play. He's hit behind the line and not going to make it. Actually loses a yard. Back to the 46. There's Villarreal in there again, and Jet Reap in on the stop for the Lumberjacks. Wow. Big 3rd down play there. Arkadelphia has not punted on the night. David, I don't think they're going to punt here. They're leaving the offense on the field. 4th and 2 from their own 46. They go empty backfield and 5 wide. 4th and 2 from their own 46. Thomas with an empty backfield. Takes the snap, drops straight back. Warren rushes 4. He throws deep over the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Jalen Lee.
But we're better off he dropped it.
Oh, he had a lot of green grass in front of him. He might have gone. But it'll fall incomplete. Warren will take over at the 46 of Arkadelphia. And you have to think the coach for Arkadelphia, he doesn't think he can stop Warren's offense if he's not going to punt. So 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the Arkadelphia 46-yard line. Warren leading 14-7. 6:24 to go in the half. Bird at quarterback, empty backfield. Marshall comes in motion, fake it to him. Bird keeps it straight up the field. 40, 35, 30. One man to beat at the 20, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 16-yard line. Peyton Bird. Man, oh man, he is playing like a wild man tonight.
He is. 30-yard pickup, just straight up the gut. You got to talk about those 5 offensive linemen, though. He didn't see a man until 20 yards down the football field either. Right. It was a great run. You can't take nothing away from Peyton, but it helps.
That offensive line doing a great job. 1st and 10 from the 16. Bird stays at quarterback. Bird this time leaves it. That's going to be, is that Marshall? Yeah, Marshall's going to get it to the 15, the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play from Traylon Marshall. And the Lumberjacks will look at 2nd down and 8 from the 14-yard line. We can get a 1st down just inside the 7. Jakari Lee will make it. Tayshawn Johnson and Jared Payne check back into the ball game. They'll split wide to the right. That'll be the short side of the field. Bird stays at quarterback. Lassiter, a blocking back. Marshall, the running back. Bird going to hand it off to Tayshawn. Tayshawn tripped up in the backfield. He'll fall down at the 15-yard line. Actually, the 16. A loss of 2 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Warren. 3rd and 10 from the 16 of Arkadelphia. Under 5 minutes left to play in the half. Warren quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Lassiter steps back at quarterback. Lassiter wanting to throw, looking, underthrows his intended receiver. That was Peyton Bird make it. And now Warren looking at 4th down and 10 from the 16 of Arkadelphia. This Badger defense trying to make a statement here. So Warren will take their time and call in this play. The clock is stopped with 4:49 left to go before half. We're going to see them switch Bird back at quarterback. They go with the bunch set to the left. Bird, now they reshift. Lassiter is going to go back into quarterback. Trip receivers come wide left. Wide receivers screen to Bird. Bird wanting to throw, throws it deep, has a man wide open. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Warren with some trickery of their own. Oh, my. They shifted. Lassiter goes back. Bird comes out as a wide receiver. They throw the screen to him, and Traylon Marshall coming out of the backfield on a wheel route was wide open.
Wide open.
And the Lumberjacks are up 20-7 with the extra point coming from Jacinto. Snap is down, the kick's on its way, and Jacinto busted right up the middle. 21-7, Lumberjacks lead it. We're back in just a moment.
For Arkansas to find your next vehicle, at Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been buying vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made, Lucky's of Monticello.
Call, click, or come by today and find new roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big-town selection and small-town prices. 1215 Highway 425 North in Monticello, or online at autobuylucky.com.
21-7, Lumberjacks lead.
Here in Southeast Arkansas. That means back to school, football season, hunting season, and great loan rates at Union Bank. This is Trisha Wilkinson. If you're looking to get a car, truck, ATV, camper, tractor, or boat, I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 3.91. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with the APR of 3.91. See loan officer for details.
21-7, Lumberjacks lead it. Jacinto will kick it off. This time a high kick, fielded at the 14 and return. Back up over the 20, 25, hits the sideline at the 30, 35, 40, 45, still on his feet, and finally going to be wrestled down by Jakari Lee, just shy of the 47-yard line at the 48-yard line, make it. And hey, Arkadelphia is going to get good field position. Warren leading 21-7.
Going to be, that drive, Jim, is going to be a minute and 7 plays, 46 yards, a minute and 45 seconds.
Lumberjacks with the lead, 21-7. Arkadelphia will have it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line with 4:28 remaining here in the first half. Thomas out of the shotgun. Thomas hands off to Davis, the big running back. He's up to midfield. He'll be in Lumberjack territory to about the 48. I'm going to mark him at the 49, say where his knee went down. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Warren stays in a 4-man front defensively. Those linebackers having to work for it tonight. Thomas wanting to throw, looking toward down the field. It's going to be tipped and almost intercepted. Nice break on the ball there by Jared Payne. He had some help coming from over the top from Jalen Lee. He was this knockdown corner. He broke off his man. And then got a finger on it to knock it away. So 3rd down and 6 now for the Badgers from the Lumberjack 49. Thomas hands off to Davis. Davis straight ahead, bullying his way inside the 45. He'll have the 1st down at the 42-yard line of Warren. And when we talked about him earlier, he's just a big guy to bring down. There's Villarreal in on the stop along with Weston Embry, Jalen Lee. They'll move the chains, though, and Arkadelphia will have it 1st and 10 at the Lumberjack 42-yard line. 3:35 left to go in the half. Warren leading 21-7. They'll send trip receivers wide left. One receiver comes wide right. Davis, a lone setback. Leave it with Davis. Picks his way through the line, and this time, if he doesn't get up ahead of steam, David, Warren can control it.
He's easily controlled it he's trying to pick the hole. He doesn't have the quickness to start and stop.
They'll gain 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down from the 40-yard line of Warren. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage comes Arkadelphia. Now they'll check off the play. As they look to their offensive coordinator and head coach on the sideline. Snap the football. Thomas wanting to throw, wanting to go deep. Rolls to his left now. Has a man on the sideline, and the catch is made. at the 32-yard line, make it the 33-yard line.
We got a flag. That is coming back. That was a hold.
Making a great catch over there for Arkadelphia to keep his feet in bounds was Kyler Pfeiffer. As David said, the flag going to bring it back. Holding call against Arkadelphia. So it'll be second down, remain second down. They'll mark off the penalty from the 43. It's going to mark it back in Arkadelphia territory all the way back to the 47-yard line. Need to get to the 32 for a first down. So that's 17. It'll be second down and 20. 2:49 to go here before half. Warren leading 21-7. Thomas wanting to throw again. Thomas looking, has all day. Now unloads it over the field. There's another flag back in the backfield. The pass is incomplete.
It's coming back. It'll be holding also. A quarterback cannot hold the football that long and expect an offensive lineman to maintain his block.
You know, you look up front. For Warren, that time you had Greens in there. Marcus Green, he was putting some pressure on him.
Those last two holding calls went strictly against the quarterback's to blame, period.
Holding. Warren's going to decline the penalty. It'll be third down and 20. So third and 20 for Arkadelphia from their own 47. Clock is stopped with 2:38 left to go here before halftime. They'll go empty backfield and 5 wide now for the Badgers. Thomas still looking into the sideline. Warren stays 4-man front defensively. On third and 20, Warren brings a blitz. They pick it up. Now Thomas going to take off. Thomas to his left running, still on his feet, throws down the field, throws it out of bounds. Good coverage. Downfield by the Lumberjacks, forces Thomas to throw it out of bounds, and the Badgers this time looking at fourth down and 20 from their own 47-yard line. They went for it at this point on the field, but they only liked a couple of yards last time. And they're not going to punt this time. Warren leading 21-7. They're going to leave the quarterback in. We'll see if they punt it. Put a man in motion to the wide side. They check off the play. Now Davis moves up.
Yeah, they fix to punt it.
He backs up. Thomas is going to punt it away. End over end punt. Fair catch called for down at the 18-yard line by Jakari Lee, and the Lumberjacks will take over there first and 10.
Hunter White, you don't think much of the play Hunter White just made because nothing big happened from him, but he came up the middle on the punt and forced the punt to happen. There wasn't none of this, we're all peeling back. You got to have that man that's going to force the punt, and he did.
Warren leads at 21-7 as Warren's defense holds again, forces the first punt of the night for Arkadelphia. And Warren will take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Maddox Lassiter, your sophomore quarterback. Jalen Marshall in at running back, handed off to Jalen, spins out over the 20, out to the 25, still on his feet at the 28-yard line. They'll stand him up there. They never get him to the ground. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play, and the Lumberjacks will look at second down and 1. If Warren can get the running game going with Marshall, it'll be a long night for Arkadelphia.
Yes.
They say move the chains. It was good for
First
10
down.
yards on a first down. So a first down out at the 29-yard line for the Lumberjacks. Bird, or make it Lassiter, still in at quarterback now. Lassiter wanted to throw, wide receiver screen, complete to Bird. Peyton Bird lowers his shoulder. He'll catch it at the 33, get it out to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 for Warren. We go under 2 minutes left to play here before half. Warren has all 3 timeouts remaining. So does Arkadelphia. Warren quickly comes back to the line, looking at second down and 4 from their own 35. Lassiter gets the snap, leaves it with Marshall. Marshall crosses the 35. He'll be out to the 38, still on his feet again. They're not trying to bring him down. They're trying to strip the football.
They're trying to strip the football.
Marshall's holding on to it. He'll gain enough for another first down out at the 39-yard line. They'll stop the clock long enough to get the chain set. 1:25 to go before half. Lassiter Play action this time. Blitz coming, avoids it, Rose to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Lassiter at the 40, breaks the tackle to the 45, trying to get out of bounds up near midfield, and does. They say he gets out at the 47-yard line and stop the clock with 1:10 and Warren will save our 3 timeouts.
Good job by Maddox Lassiter. Not forcing anything, not going to make it happen on his terms, just plays the defense.
2nd down and 2 now for Warren out at their own 47-yard line. Got 1:10 left to go before half. Warren leading 21-7. Lassiter, play action. Wanting to throw, wanting to go deep, looking for Tayshawn. He's got it behind him, just over his shoulder, and incomplete. Oh, the ball was thrown over his left shoulder. He was looking over his right shoulder. If it had been on the right shoulder, I think he would have caught it.
He would have had that one.
Man, split the double team. The safety's back there. 1:04. Took 6 seconds to run that play. The Lumberjacks looking at 3rd down and 2 now from their own 47-yard line. They go empty backfield. Peyton Bird back in at quarterback. Bird puts Marshall in motion. Going to fake it to Marshall. Bird keeps it himself. Kind of nothing there, and he's going to get it about a yard is all he's going to get. So Warren will look at 4th down and 1 from their own 48-yard line. Bird comes up limping a little bit. So it'll be 4th down and a yard for Warren. Decision time for Coach Embry. He's not going to stop the clock. It's Warren leading 21-7. Play clock's at 19. Game clock's at 33. Coach Embry's going to let it run down and then call a timeout, as the Lumberjacks will try to go in here at halftime at least with a 14-point lead. Hey, our friends, Matt Trucks Heating and Air, him and Michael Burns, they've been doing heating and air business for a long, long time, and they want to make sure you're ready for the cold weather coming up next week. If you need to get your unit checked out, you need to give them a call at 820-1525 or 820-0722. They work on all types, all brands, all makes and models. They can fix just about anything. And don't forget, they want to help you get ready for the cold weather. So next time you need some heating and air work done, you can give them a call. Trucks Heating and Air, Matt Trucks and Michael Burns, 820-1525 or 820-0722 when you wake up. I think it's going to be Tuesday morning when you wake up and it's 20-something degrees. And you say, why didn't I call those guys to get my heater fixed? All right. Coach Embry called the timeout with 16 seconds remaining. Warren looking at 4th down and 2. Xander Hemphill is going to come on, and Warren's going to try to punt it away. Trying to pin them back deep. Arkadelphia, they're not expecting Warren to punt it, though. They're putting everybody up on the line, not sending anybody back deep. They may be trying to block this one. Hemphill standing at his own 35. Gets a good snap. He's going to get the kickoff. It's a high, wobbly kick. Going to hit it to 30, take a Badger bounce up to the 29, and be down right there, and that's where the Badgers will have it with 9 seconds remaining. Good hang time by Xander on the punt. So you got to look at it. Arkadelphia is going to have one shot at this.
Yes.
Here before halftime. Warren leading 21-7. See if they stay conservative and leave it on the ground or if they try to go deep. They'll send trip receivers wide right. Ball on the left hash mark. One receiver into the boundary on the left side. Thomas, your quarterback. Warren's going to rush 3. They're going to hand it off to Davis up the middle. Davis hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about 4 yards. And that's going to be the end of the first half. The Lumberjacks lead the Arkadelphia Badgers here in the playoffs. 3rd round, 21-7 our score here at the half. As the teams head to the locker room, we'll be back in just a moment.
The best thing about your car. I mean, it's nice if it looks great and has plenty of power, but the best part is it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness. It's reliable transportation on the road to recovery. It's something to think about May 6th through the 12th as facilities across the country celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of our hometown.
This year, there's no need to go all over Arkansas to find your next vehicle. At Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been buying vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made is Lucky's of Monticello.
Call, click, or come by today and find new roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big town selection and small town prices. 1215 Highway 4.
Good news in 2020. Well, Union Bank has some for you. How about Drive for 365? This is Trisha Wilkinson with Union Bank and Trust, and I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 3.91. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with an APR of 3.91. See loan officer for details.
James Gillette Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Gillette Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Gillette Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
Back here at Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium, 21-7 our score. The Lumberjacks have the lead over the Arkadelphia Badgers. Again, the winner of this ball game moves on and plays next Friday night, either at Nashville or at Elkins. Doesn't matter which team wins. Either one of these are going to be on the road, either Warren or Arkadelphia on the road to either Nashville or Elkins. That's the way the brackets draw up. And boy, what a game we've had so far here this evening. It's the Lumberjacks.
I'm sorry.
State will return in just a moment.
For all your livestock, that's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson's. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402 for dependable auto body repair work. Give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
21-7, the Lumberjacks lead Arkadelphia here at halftime as we look around some of the scores from across the state. Let's start off in the 4A. Games of interest that we really wanted to look at. Nashville was leading Elkins 27-0. The winner of our ball game plays the winner of that ball game, and we'll be on the road at either Nashville or Elkins. Right now it's looking like Nashville with a 27-0 lead. How about this? Monticello leading Crossett 20-14 at halftime. They're at Billy Stadium, Hyatt Field. You can listen to the broadcast of the Monticello ball game on KHPM 93.7. Dumas was leading Gosnell 21-16. That's in the second quarter. Also in 4A action, it's Ozark over Pocahontas 21-14. Rivercrest is leading Prairie Grove 28-17. Shallow Christian on top of Malvern 14-0 at the half. Stuttgart and Joe T. Robinson are tied 10-10 at the half. And then you've got 3A scores on our sister station tonight, KXSA 103.1. You can listen to the McGee game. They are leading at halftime 22-7 over Lincoln. That ball game being played down in McGee. And let's see what other scores that we have. The number one team in 4A is Shiloh. They're leading 14-0 over Malvern. The number one team in 3A is Harding Academy. They're leading Jessieville 31-7. Hoxie over Newport 14-7. As we said, McGee over Lincoln 22-7 at halftime. Paris leading Greenland 21-12. And it is Prescott, the number one team, I think in 3A. No, Harding Academy is the number one. Prescott's number two, 38-8. Prescott on top. Desart leading Bigelow by a score of 30-8. Fordyce all over Foreman, 27-0. That ball game in the first quarter is where that score comes from. And Junction City, they continue to roll down there, 32-24 at halftime over Poyen. You look at some of the 5A scores from around the state. Wynn leading Texarkana 7-0. Boy, that was a trip, wasn't it? For one of them. I don't know who's on the road, either Wynn or Texarkana. But that's a trip from one end of the state to the other. Pulaski Academy leading Magnolia 33-15. It's Little Rock Christian over Hot Springs Lakeside 35-7. Other 5A scores we have Whitehall trailing Harrison 23-14. We are at halftime here with the Lumberjacks lead 21-7 over the Arkadelphia Badgers. And our friends at American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsors of Lumberjack football. If you've been in the big truck business or the logging business, heavy equipment operator, you need to know about American Shifty Corporation. They've been fixing big truck transmissions and heavy equipment transmissions and rear ends and clutches longer than anybody else, almost 50 years in the business. They're located at 2101 East Broadway in North Little Rock. The numbers to call if you're having problems, 1-800-444-5977. They'll come to the woods. They'll come to your shop. They'll come on the road. Wherever you're broke down, they'll get your parts fixed and back to you quicker than anybody else, and they do offer a 1-year, no questions asked warranty. That's American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football again this year. Michael Adair is the reason they are a sponsor of Lumberjack football. He's got a lot of customers all across the state and around South Arkansas that he'll come to your shop pick it up, that transmission or that clutch or the rear end, take it back to their shop in North Little Rock, then get it back to you quicker. And sometimes he can even save you some money because he knows a lot of folks and where to get the best prices on repairs. That's 820-2028's Michael's number, 1-800-444-5977 is American Shifty Corporation's toll-free number to call. Seabeck's having a big Facebook auction on Thursday, December the 3rd. Bidding will start at 9 a.m. and end at 3 p.m. You can log on to Seabeck's Facebook page and bid on items that have been made by their welding and construction students. Items to be sold include a grill, picnic tables, Christmas ornaments, bago boards, rocket grills, assortment of cutting boards, child's picnic tables, wooden and metal crosses, nativity scenes, and much more.
You said when?
Thursday, December the 3rd. Thursday, December the 3rd.
Not this.
Yeah, this coming Thursday.
God, it's December.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in December almost. Seabeck's Facebook auction from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Thursday, December the 3rd. Help those students out by buying some of those items, and they make some great Christmas gifts ideas as well. Don't forget Dr. Kerry Pennington. He's been a proud Lumberjack sponsor and supporter for many, many years. A lot of times he's over on the chain gangs, running the chains.
Is he?
At Lumberjack games. I'm not sure if he's there tonight, but he's always been a part of Lumberjack football. Proud to have him on our broadcast here tonight. And also Trucks Heating and Air. Colder weather's coming. If you need to get that furnace checked out, you need to give them a call at 820-1525. Call Matt Trucks or Michael Burns at 820-0722. They do repair on any make and brand. They can work on all of them. They've been doing it for a long time. They know what they're doing. They can get you back up and going. Keep your family warm and safe this winter. That's Trucks Heating and Air, 820-1525 or 820-0722 is the numbers to call. We're at halftime where it's 21-7. The Lumberjacks have a lead over the Arkadelphia Badgers. David's working on the numbers. He's about got them. We'll take a break and come back and talk about the stats in the first half when we return in just a moment.
Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring and wishing them the best.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve you. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away in the vehicle you've always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robinautomotive.com.
Again, 21-7 our score here at the half. Lumberjacks lead here at Lumberjack Stadium. Winner of this ball game moves on and plays next week, either Nashville or Elkins. And at the moment, Nashville leading that ball game 21-0 or 27-0 at halftime over Elkins. So looks like the winner of this ball game is going to be traveling to Nashville next week unless something happens big there. But, David, you look at this first half, Warren played pretty much lights out here in this first half.
I may just go so far as to say the best game of the year. Even though I wasn't here last week, Lone Oak was not this competition.
You're right.
For the Lumberjacks, of course, they're led in rushing by Tayshawn Martin, Traylon Marshall, 11 carries, 57 yards. Peyton Bird has 4 for 49. Lassiter, 2 for 12. Johnson, 2 for 9. And Cedric Calvert, 2 for 5 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lassiter, 6 of 11 for 42 yards. Bird, 1 of 1, 15 yards and a touchdown. Warren rushes for 132 yards, throws for 57, 189 yards total offense. Might add in this stats, just we talked about what a night Peyton Bird is having. He also had 3 catches for 27 yards.
Okay.
Did you say 27 yards? Yeah, but he's catching them at the line of scrimmage and
then take it off.
So the Lumberjacks rush for 132, throw for 57, 189 yards total offense on 32 plays. Okay, let's move to Arkadelphia. Their leading rusher, the big boy Jones, 11 carries, 110 yards. Bailey, 2 for 7. Thomas, 1 for 6. Thomas, 6 of 17, 2 interceptions, 80 yards and a touchdown. Arkadelphia rushes for 123, throws for 80. They have 203 yards total offense on 31 plays.
And you go back and look at that. 80 yards, or make it 90 yards of that came on one drive, that long drive they had. The other times, Warren's defense has really played well tonight.
Let's go back. Okay. At the end of the first quarter, Arkadelphia had 186 yards total offense.
So second quarter, they didn't get but 50-something?
Less than 50.
Yeah.
30-something.
Yeah.
Warren had 49 at the end of the third quarter, so they came in with 150 in the second quarter. The interesting, we always keep up with it. I'm not sure why, because it's fun, I guess, to look at it and see how it really usually doesn't matter. Time of possession, the Lumberjacks had the football 11 minutes and 57 seconds of the first half. Arkadelphia had it 12 minutes and 3 seconds.
Pretty even there on the time of possession.
Stat-wise, you're not going to find any really skewed numbers. They're close.
What about penalties? I know there's been a lot of flags out there tonight.
Okay.
You go back and look. Warren's been aided by a few defensive penalties against the Badgers there in the first half.
Warren has been penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Arkadelphia, let me count up just to make sure I'm right.
You got enough fingers and toes?
7 times for 80 yards.
Okay.
So a 50-yard difference in that.
Lumberjacks lead it here at the half, 21-7, our score here at the half. Arkadelphia is going to get the football to start the third quarter as Warren won the opening toss and elected to receive. They took that opening drive, went 67 yards to get on the boards first, 7-7. Arkadelphia tied it up, 7-7. And then the Lumberjacks have scored 14 unanswered in the second quarter to take this 21-7 lead in here at intermission. Again, remind you that looking around the state at other scores in the 4A, ones that we're really interested in, Nashville and Elkins. Nashville leading Elkins 27-0 at halftime. The winner of our ball game will play the winner of that ball game. Got a good one going over there in Monticello as Monticello was leading Crossett 20-14. That game at halftime. You can listen to the broadcast on our sister station, KHBM 93.7 FM. Other 4A scores, Dumas out of the 8-4A leading Gosnell 21-16. That game in Dumas tonight. And then I guess everybody's eyes are on Shiloh Christian They're the number 1 team in 4A. They're leading Malvern 14-0. The game, I guess, it's really surprising, I think, is the Stuttgart-Robinson score. 10-10 at halftime, all tied up.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Right.
I was expecting that to be a real close ball game because Stuttgart's still one of my picks to end up at War Memorial. I think they are that good.
Look at other scores out of the 4A. Oh, that was all the 4A scores. 3A scores. Team of interest for our listeners here in southeast Arkansas. McGee was leading Lincoln 22-7 at half. Of course, you can listen to that broadcast on KXSA 103.1, our sister station there out of Monticello and Dermott. But we carry McGee football over there. 103.1 is where you can go to tune in to that broadcast. Harding Academy leading Jessieville 31-7. They're the number 1 team in 3A. And then you got Prescott right up there at the top. They're pretty good as well. They were leading Melbourne 38-8 pretty handily at halftime. Fordyce just up the road here, 27-0 over Foreman. That score was out of the first quarter. And Junction City leading 32-24 at halftime over Poyen. Both teams made their way out of the dressing room. They're taking their warm-ups and final preparation before we start the second half. We'll take a break and be back with more Lumberjack football in just a moment.
Provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. Through this Sunday at Super Value Foods, you'll find the weekend Super Value specials. Coke and Coke products. 2-liter bottles are just 98 cents. Uncle Ray's potato chips, 4-ounce bag, 98 cents. CNA sugar, a 10-pound bag, only $2.98. Fresh greens are 38 cents per bunch. And beef T-bone steaks this weekend only, $4.88 a pound. It's all at Super Value Foods, North Main Street in Warren. Shop and save during the Super Value Weekend Blowout Sale.
When it comes to healthcare, I want the best. We all want the best. The best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find healthcare with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center. Hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Community like that, just like you.
And we welcome you back to Jim.
The Lucky's in Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits have changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the order now button. Well, guess what? At AutoBuyLucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At AutoBuyLucky.com, new or used, see all the pictures and equipment. Oh, yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at AutoBuyLucky.com.
And we welcome you back to Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium, 21-7 our score. Arkadelphia trailing the Lumberjacks. We want to thank all of our sponsors and all of our fans out there in Lumberjack world on the radio and online. The East Lab provides the streaming. We want to thank all those that join us online to watch the ball game and listen to David and I bring you the broadcast here of Lumberjack football. Wouldn't be possible without all of our fine sponsors. We want to thank all of those who have supported us all these years. And thank you as Lumberjack fans for listening and tuning in and watching the game, either on the radio or listening on the radio or watching on the Facebook, YouTube page. Warren will kick it off to start the second half. Jacinto gets set. Arkadelphia has been getting some pretty good returns on the kickoffs, but Warren leads 21-7. A high sky kick. Going to be fielded up at the 25 and returned up to the 30. Reverses his field or cuts across the field at the 30. Going to get it out to the 32. Warren finally going to swarm him there and bring him down. As the return man that time was Kyler Pfeiffer. And David, you got to think there's a little bit of urgency here for Arkadelphia on this opening drive of the third quarter.
As we talked about in the beginning of the football game, this is a team that's averaging 50-something points a ball game. They've got 7 and it's halftime. So you know they're feeling the pressure.
First and 10 for the Badgers from their own 32-yard line. Again, the quarterback is Braden Thomas. Finally, Stone Gorman comes up and takes his legs out from under him, but a big ramble there on first down for Arkadelphia. I look to see them go to work with him here in this third quarter.
You would think.
Thomas rolling to his left, trying to buy time looking, has all day, now fires into the sideline. It's caught. There's a flag back up field at the 48-yard line. The catch is made at the Lumberjack 46.
Ineligible man downfield.
As making the catch over there was Braylon Bailey. So here we go with the call from the official. We look in, and the flag is at the 47. Ineligible man downfield. So we'll back it up. Just underway to start the third quarter. Warren leading 21-7. And they'll come back to the line of scrimmage, mark off the 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 now for Arkadelphia.
Receiver over here was covered, and he didn't line up right, was covered, and went downfield and got nailed.
On 1st and 15, they'll send triple receivers to the wide side of the field. It'll be on the right side. Now they go empty backfield and 5 wide. And Braden Thomas out of the shotgun. Straight drop. Warren rushes 4. He steps up, fires to the sideline, complete near midfield. Breaks the tackle down the sideline at the 45, the 40, down to the Lumberjack 35-yard line. And making the catch over there is going to be Trip Campbell. And boy, David, it doesn't matter where they're at on the field. They're dangerous anywhere.
Yes. 24-yard pickup.
Mark it at the 36 of Warren. 1st and 10 for Arkadelphia. Warren's defense. 4 down linemen. Leave it with Davis. Davis sidesteps 1. Now reverses. Cuts back to the left. It's a 30, the 25, 20, the 15, the 10. Warren hanging on. We'll finally drag him down at the 1-yard line. Man, oh man. He got up ahead of steam that time. Was able to get outside. Stone Gorman hanging on for dear
life.
Brought him down at the 1. And the Badgers will have it 1st and goal at the 1 here with 10:46 left to go in the third quarter. Warren leading 21-7. They'll go with a power I set in the backfield. Thomas underneath center, handed off to the third back. That's Davis, and he's not going to get in. He stopped shy of the goal line. That's Maddox Lassiter who got there first to hit him. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 now for the Badgers. They stay in that power set. 3 backs behind the quarterback. Again, handed it, fake it to Davis. Thomas rolling right, looking in the back of the end zone. Complete touchdown. That's Preston DeMauro make it on the catch. And Arkadelphia marches right down the field here on the opening drive of the third quarter. They pull to within 8. Their extra point attempt is coming. So we'll see if Warren can answer and take away this momentum. The snap is wide. They get it down, though. The kick on its way, and it's good. 21-14. Lumberjacks still lead. We're back in just a moment.
Are you paying too much interest on your car, boat, truck, or ATV? If so, let Union Bank help you drive for $365. I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with the annual percentage rate of 3.91. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for $365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with the APR of 3.91. See loan officer for details.
James Gillette Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Gillette Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Gillette Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
21-14. Arkadelphia will kick it off, fielded at the 10, return to the 15, and out to the 19-yard line. Not much return there for the Lumberjacks, as that was Traylon Marshall on the return. The Lumberjacks are going to start 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line, but David, you got to look. Arkadelphia came out with that opening drive. They got some momentum headed their way.
They've got a little momentum right now, and now you've got Warren got to try to get it back.
Warren will have at quarterback, Maddox Lassiter, the sophomore. Marshall lines up on his right side, now kind of behind him a little bit. But Tayshawn Johnson in motion. Going to be a quarterback keeper as Lassiter lowers his shoulder out over the 25, and Maddox Lassiter barrels his way out to the 28-yard line. Going to be a gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1. So the Lumberjacks have been doing it with a direct snap to the quarterback, either him or Peyton Bird.
Peyton Bird and him have having both excellent nights. Of course, Traylon Marshall's just having a Traylon Marshall night.
2nd down and 1 for the Lumberjacks from their own 28-yard line. Bird's in at quarterback, hands off to Marshall. Marshall's going to carry it out close to the 1st down marker. I think he's got it. Just shy of the 30-yard line where they're going to mark his forward progress. So Warren will move the chains and keep the drive alive here on their first possession of the 3rd quarter. 21-14. Arkadelphia. Didn't take them very long to score on their scoring drive.
A minute and 47 seconds.
All right, Marshall's going to come out of the ball game, favoring his left leg a little bit. Cedric Calvert will check in. He's got to think the senior in Marshall. He'll be back in the ball game. They're going to come over and check him out on the sidelines. Calvert goes in at running back on 1st and 10. Now flags come in. Motion against the Lumberjacks. So here we start 1st and 15, and behind the chains. Not very many times has that happened tonight for Warren.
So far, once, but.
Okay, 1st and 15 for the Lumberjacks. Ball spotted back at their own 25-yard line. Warren leading 21-7, or 21-14 make it. It was 21-7 at halftime. Bird's going to step back in at quarterback. Bird, play action. Bird want to throw under pressure. Bird scrambling, reverses his field. He's back at the 15, looking, needs to get rid of it. Finally does, way down the field. It's going to be batted down, actually by Jared Payne, the receiver.
Jared Payne doing a good job then. He wasn't going to catch the football, but he was going to make sure nobody else was either, so he just batted it out of bounds. Lived to play another day.
Yeah, there's that blitz that we've been seeing out of Arkadelphia. Warren's handled it pretty well all night, but I bet they turn it up a notch here in the second half. 2nd down and 15. Lassiter back in at quarterback now. On 2nd and long, play action, dump it off out of the backfield. Jakari Lee. Jakari makes one man miss at the 25. He'll get it out to the 28-yard line. It's going to be a short gain of 3 on the play. And Warren will look at 3rd down and 12. So 3rd and long for the Lumberjacks on their first possession of the 3rd quarter. All right, Warren will send twin receivers wide right. Bird comes wide to the short side of the boundary. Wanting to go over the middle as Lassiter. He throws it behind Bird. It'll be incomplete. Peyton Bird gets up slowly. So it'll be 4th down and 12 now for the Lumberjacks, and we'll see Xander Hemphill come on to punt it away for Warren. 21-14. Arkadelphia with all the momentum here in the 3rd quarter. They took that opening kickoff, drove it down the field, and scored. They come out and force Warren to punt on their first possession. As Warren tries to get all the personnel out on the field for the punting unit. Hemphill awaits the snap. Gets a good snap, no pressure. They set up a return. A wobbly kick off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the 45. Bound inside the 45 to the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Arkadelphia will take over there. 1st and 10 at their own 39 with 8:14 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Warren leading 21-7, but David, all the momentum's on Arkadelphia's side.
Arkadelphia right now has all the momentum.
Warren needs a big defensive stand right here as the Badgers come to the line of scrimmage. They'll go with twin backs in the backfield. That's Bailey and Davis on either side of Thomas. Going to leave it with Bailey left side. He gets to the edge, out over the 40, the 45, dragging a Lumberjack with him and finally down. That's Jalen Lee holding on. It'll be a nice gain of 8 on the play and bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Badgers. So mark it out at the 47 of Arkadelphia. 2nd down and 2. Stay with the twin backs in the backfield. Thomas This time hands it off again to Bailey. Bailey up the middle has got the first down. He's hit at midfield and brought down right there. Gain of 2 on the play. Three. Needed 2. Gets 3. Actually, they mark it at Lumberjack territory at the 49.
So give him 4.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Warren scrambling on defense now. Thomas wanting to throw. Blitz coming. He unloads it. It's going to be incomplete. Give credit there to Maddox Lassiter. He came with the heat from the linebacker spot and made Thomas unload the football before he was ready.
No, he wasn't the least bit ready to throw that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Arkadelphia. Clock will stop with 7:32 to play in the 3rd. Warren leading 21-14. Arkadelphia stays with the 2 backs in the backfield. Again, that's Bailey on the right side. Now they shift both of them wide, 5 wide. Empty backfield. Thomas. Flag going to come in, a motion call against Arkadelphia. So we'll back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. He shifted Bailey and Davis out of the backfield as receivers over there on the short side of the field. Somebody didn't get set good.
Somebody didn't set, yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now for Arkadelphia back at their own 46-yard line. Badgers will send trip receivers wide right. Ball on the left hash mark, moving from left to right, from north to south here at Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium. They stay with 5 wide. Thomas, the quarterback. Straight drop, Warren rushing forward, going deep down the sideline. Going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit the big guy, Davis, over there and overthrew him. Jalen Lee was coming from the safety spot, and he mistimed his jump. If that ball had been thrown perfectly, it would have been 6 points.
A good throw was a touchdown.
It'll bring up 3rd and long now for Arkadelphia. 3rd and 15 from their own 46-yard line. Warren leading 21-14. Warren defense needs to hold right here. They stay 5 wide. Trip receivers to the wide side. Thomas, straight drop. Has all day. Looking deep over the middle. Throws. It's incomplete. Tipped by the intended receiver, and then Peyton Bird got a hand on it as it was intended there for Pfeiffer. Boy, you'd like to see Warren come up with an interception.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't you?
Because Arkadelphia, they have only punted one time tonight. They're looking at 4th down and 15 from their own 46. They're going to leave their offense out there. They do shift the quarterback. Thomas is their punter as well. Warren will stay with a 4-man front, not going to send anybody back deep. Now Thomas steps back. He will punt it away. Jakari Lee steps back. A low, wobbly line drive kick. Lee's going to fall on it up at the 23-yard line. Good move there by Jakari Lee, not to let it roll.
Don't let it roll, but don't try to pick it up and mess up. Just fall on the football and let's play offense.
So Warren's defense comes out and forces a 3-and-out for Arkadelphia, and the Lumberjacks will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line with 7:12 to play in the 3rd quarter. Warren leading 21-14. And the Lumberjacks going to have to get some offense going here on this possession. We'll see Peyton Bird come in. He'll go to quarterback. Lassiter moves up as the blocking back behind the tight end. Hands it off. That is Cedric Calvert. Calvert across the 30, 35, the 40, and finally drugged down out at the 42-yard line. Cedric Calvert. Boy, he plays hard on defense. He doesn't get a chance. He gets to get the gravy on the offense, but boy, he's having to work now.
He worked that one.
Nice run by Cedric Calvert, and the Lumberjacks are out at their own 42. Bird again at quarterback. Handoff again, Calvert. Calvert to the outside at midfield. Cuts back across into Badger territory down to the 44-yard line and finally brought down there, and that'll be another 1st down. As Cedric Calvert on 2 plays, about 28 yards on 2 plays, and the Lumberjacks have it 1st and 10 at the 43 of Arkadelphia. Bird stays at quarterback. Traylon Marshall's back in at running back.
Motion on the Jacks.
Against the Jacks. So we'll back them up 5, and it'll be 1st and 15 for Warren. Oh, boy, you don't hope that doesn't kill the drive.
Yeah.
See if Warren can overcome the motion penalty. 1st and 15. They mark it back at the 48 of Arkadelphia. Need to get all the way down to the 33 for the first down. Jared Payne, Tayshawn Johnson split wide right. Arkadelphia will rush 4. Warren, a little delayed draw. Bird keeps it himself, runs over a Badger and carries it down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a tough 3 yards for Peyton Bird. They bring up 2nd down and 12. As that was Latinio Hughes. He came up. He tried to tackle Bird up around the shoulder pads.
And that didn't work.
Peyton pretty strong. J.J. Kitchens checks into the ball game for the Lumberjacks. He'll go in as a tight end H-back. Bird moves out as wide receiver. Lassiter on 2nd and 12, back at quarterback. Maddox calling for the ball. Here comes the blitz, going to hand it off. That's Traylon Marshall. He's caught from the backside. He was waiting for a hole to open up, and when he did, the defensive end from this end, or actually the linebacker,
around. Yeah,
come all the way across the field and make the tackle from behind. So a loss of about a yard. No gain on the play. No loss, no gain. 3rd down and 12 now for the Lumberjacks. 5:18 left to play in the third. 21-14 our score. Lumberjacks looking at 3rd down and long from the Badger 45-yard line. Bird and Payne come wide left. Lassiter calling for the ball, wanting to throw, looking, throws a comeback route that's complete to Payne. Payne has the first down as he crosses the 30 and is knocked out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
15-yard pickup, a big pitch and catch.
Nice throw from Maddox Lassiter. Yes. Payne took off like a fly pattern, planted his foot and came back. And Lassiter delivered the pass. It's a timing route for you.
Yeah, very. Gotta be.
1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks, now at the Badger 30-yard line. Bird back in at quarterback. Peyton going to hand it off up the middle. That's Calvert. Cedric bulls his way ahead inside the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. It'll gain 4. Cedric Calvert running hard. Took about 3 Badgers to bring him down. So they'll bring up 2nd down and 6 now for the Lumberjacks. Ball spotted at the Badger 26-yard line. 21-14, Lumberjacks lead by 7. Badgers with the only score here in the third quarter so far. Lassiter stays at quarterback. Little razzle-dazzle in the backfield. Lassiter keeps it himself at the 20 to the 15. Maddox Lassiter upended at the 8-yard line.
18-yard pickup for Maddox.
Well, you saw that the 2 backs in the backfield cross, and then Lassiter, after the delay, takes off up the middle, and there was a big hole to run through.
Real big hole.
1st and goal to go for Warren at the 8-yard line of Arkadelphia. They'll cheat a linebacker up. 2 linebackers up on the line. They got 5 now. And Lassiter, that's Bird at quarterback. Bird carries straight ahead to the 5. The Powell pushing forward to the 2. Going to be down to the 1-yard line. He got a little help from his offensive lineman.
He got help from a few friends. Looks like that was the offensive line.
Yeah. 2nd and goal just inside the 2-yard line now for Warren. So 2nd and goal. Bird stays at quarterback. Calvert's the lone setback. Going to hand it off. Calvert lowers his shoulder. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Cedric Calvert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And the Lumberjacks go back up by 13, awaiting the extra point of Jacinto, the kicker for the Lumberjacks. Out of the hold of Clay Barnes. All right, here we go. 27-14, the extra point coming. Barnes says he's ready. High snap. He gets it down. The kick is on its way, and it's no good. Wide to the left. It was a bad snap. 27-14, Lumberjacks with the lead. We're back in just a moment.
North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, Cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson's. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
27-14, the Lumberjacks answer. Arkadelphia's score here in the third quarter. The extra point was no good, so Warren leads by 13 at the moment. So Cincinnati going to sky kick this one high in the air. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line and return up to the 25, cuts back to the 30. Still on his feet at the 35 and run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. As on the return was Pfeiffer for Arkadelphia. And they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. A little better coverage down the field that time by the Lumberjacks.
Much better coverage.
Warren scoring drive.
8 plays, 76 yards, took 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
3:10 left to play in the third quarter. Both teams have scored a touchdown. It's 27-14 here in the third quarter. Arkadelphia, Thomas at quarterback. Going to leave it with Davis, the big back. He picks his way, gets out over the 35. He's going to gain about 3 on the play as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Jet Reap along with Weston Embry hit on the stop for the Lumberjacks. They'll go up tempo quickly back to the line. 2nd down and 7. Thomas wanting to throw, looking down the field, throwing now over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver there. Cedric Calvert came up and made a hit on him just to make sure he didn't catch the football. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 now for Arkadelphia from their own 38-yard line. We'll see him go empty backfield, I believe. Nope, they're going to leave Davis in the backfield. He'll line up on the left side behind Thomas. 3rd and long. Throwing quickly into the sideline. It's caught and hit immediately and going to be short of the 1st down. Nice play by Jared Payne. He broke on the football. We got there about the same time the ball did, as making the catch over there was Braylon Bailey. Arkadelphia looking at 4th and 4, and David, they're going to go for it.
They've got to.
Down 27-14. Arkadelphia from their own 41 will go for it on 4th and 4. Davis in the backfield. Thomas wanting to throw. Quick out route. It is caught. It'll be complete and good for the 1st down out at the 47-yard line. Just a quick out route there by Braylon Bailey. And that was a perfectly thrown ball as well. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers now. They get a new set of downs with 2:10 left to play here in the third quarter. Warren leading 27-14. Arkadelphia will go empty backfield and 5 wide now as the ball's on the left hash mark. Trip receivers come wide right. Thomas looking left, pumps once, in trouble now, run out of the pocket. He'll keep it himself across midfield and out of bounds at the Lumberjack 47-yard line. As Braden Thomas, the quarterback, actually marked him down at the 46. So
7 yards?
A gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 from the Lumberjack 46-yard line. Again, Warren's done an excellent job, though, down the field. Cover.
Yes, a real good job down the field.
2nd down and 3 now for Arkadelphia. They shift the twin backs out of the backfield, go 5 wide. Empty backfield again. Thomas looking right, back left, throws a wide receiver screen. It's complete. Across inside the 45, down to the Lumberjack 41. It'll be good for the 1st down. As making the catch over there is going to be Trip Campbell. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40-yard line, or make it the 41. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Got knocked out of bounds, so the clock stopped with 1:53. Ja'Shawn Davis, the lone setback. Flags come in before the snap. And let's see. False start against the offense. So it'll be 1st and 15 now for Arkadelphia. And David Warren needs to take advantage of this, them being behind the chains. On 1st and 15. Trip receivers come wide right. That'll be the wide side of the field. Thomas. They run a reverse. Hand it off Bailey. Bailey over the 45. Warren's got him tracked down. He's going to get about 4 yards back.
Yeah, but not really the play you were thinking you might have.
And I believe coming up to make the stop, yeah, that was Maddox. No, that was Xander Hemphill on the stop for the Lumberjacks. So a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 11 now for Arkadelphia. Ball spotted at the Lumberjack 42-yard line. They need to get to the 31 for the 1st down. Thomas rolling to his right. 3 receivers down the field. Thomas pulls it down, going to keep it and run out. No, he finally throws it away. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he stayed in, throws it away down the field. But again, great coverage down the field for the Lumberjacks. And Warren had some pressure on Thomas that
An eligible man downfield again. The Lumberjacks getting to decide whether they want to count this play or what.
If they decline it, it'll be 3rd down and 11. If they take the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 16. Warren will decline the penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So an ineligible receiver downfield. They'll spot it back at the 42-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down. So big 3rd down play here. Warren knows they're going to go for it. It's 27-14. Warren on top. 1:35 to play in the 3rd period. Both teams have scored a touchdown. Warren missed their extra point here in the 3rd. Thomas wanting to throw, looking, fires down the field, has a man, it's going to be incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver just a little bit. Tripp Campbell got a hand on it but couldn't pull it in.
Couldn't pull it in. Hine behind him.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 11 for Arkadelphia from their own 42. And they're going to go for it, of course, on 4th and 11. And I think what are they, 2 out of 4 tonight on 4th down conversions?
Yes.
2 out of 4. Of course, one time Warren held them and took it in for a score and made them pay for that decision. So 4th and 11. And now a little confusion on the Arkadelphia side. They're going to have to burn a timeout. 27-14, Lumberjacks lead Arkadelphia here in the 3rd round of the 4A state football playoffs. 1:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hey, don't forget that CBEC is coming up with a Facebook auction on Thursday, December 3rd. Bidding will start at 9 a.m. and end at 3 p.m. All you got to do is log on to CBEC's Facebook page and bid on items that have been made by their welding and construction students. Items to be sold include a grill, picnic tables, Christmas ornaments, bago boards, rocket grills, assortment of cutting boards, child's picnic table, wooden and metal crosses, nativity scenes, and much more. Those students have been working hard, and you can make them feel good if you'll buy some of that merchandise from them. All you got to do is go to CBEC's Facebook page for their auction on Thursday, December 3rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's only going to be 6 hours long, but you can go on there and bid on items and help them raise money. I want to thank Dr. Kerry Pennington for being a sponsor of Lumberjack football again this season. Dr. Pennington, a longtime supporter of Warren Athletics, and we need to thank him. 4th down and 11 for the Badgers. They go empty backfield and 5 wide. Thomas, straight drop. Warren with pressure. Thomas going to take off running. He's across the 40. Warren's got a hold of him at the 35, and he's not going to make it. So he goes down at the 34-yard line. Warren will force him to turn it over on downs.
Warren decided they were going to let Thomas do it, and he was unable. Not a great runner. And when they forced him out of the pocket, Warren felt comfortable then.
Warren will take over on downs at their own 34-yard line with 1:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. We've still got a lot of football.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Warren leads it 27-14. Maddox Lassiter will come on at quarterback. Marshall's in at running back. Going to hand it off to Marshall. Tries to bounce it outside. Gets tripped up there at the line of scrimmage and will fall down at the 39. So no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Warren. But, boy, you look, Arkadelphia up front, they are big and physical. And, boy, they've been bringing some folks and some heat up the middle. 2nd down and 10 now for the Lumberjacks. Lassiter again out of the shotgun. 4-man front. Show a linebacker on the outside. Put Johnson in motion. And Warren's going to be in motion for offside. So we'll back up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Cedric Calvert's going to check in for Warren. Traylon Marshall will come out at running back. As the Lumberjacks will back up 5. Mark it back at the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Looks like Lassiter's going to stay at quarterback. Peyton Bird's out here at wide receiver. Man-to-man coverage on Bird. There's no safety to come over and help him over the top either.
No up top.
Johnson in motion, handed off up the middle to Calvert. Calvert across the 35, out to the 40, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 43-yard line. Cedric Calvert. Well, Warren needed a big play on the ground. Cedric Calvert's delivered here in the second half.
In the second half, he has been the delivery man.
A gain of 14 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Lumberjacks out at the 43-yard line, their own 43, and that's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 27-14, the Lumberjacks lead Arkadelphia here in the 3rd round of the 4A state football playoffs. We'll be back with more Lumberjack football in a moment.
Think locally and act locally too. Shop and invest close to home. As a community bank, we offer all the services the big guys do. But with us, your money stays home and goes to work for all of us. You care about your community. We know where you're coming from. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
There's a difference here for you.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student-athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
27-14, Lumberjacks with the 13-point lead. We start the 4th quarter. Warren looking at 3rd down and 1 from their own 44. Lassiter takes the snap, hands off to Calvert. He's got the 1st down and more as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49 of Arkadelphia. And the Lumberjacks will move the chains here to start the 4th quarter.
3rd quarter, Warren rushes for 87, throws for 18, 105. Total offense. Arkadelphia runs for 77, throws for 38, 115. Total.
It was 21-7 at the half. Arkadelphia scored, made it 21-14. Lumberjacks answered, made it 27-14. The extra point was no good. That's where we stand here to start the 4th quarter. Lassiter, I'll make it Bird out of the shotgun. Hands off. This is Marshall. Marshall running hard. Carries it inside the 45. He's tripped up and brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play for Traylon Marshall.
Marshall's, give me the football back. Cedric's doing too well.
It is 2nd down and 5.
And no, I don't believe that, by the way.
2nd down and 5 for the Lumberjacks. Warren wants the clock to run right now. Warren leading by 2 scores, 27-14. They'll come to the line, ball on the right hash mark.
Oops.
Bird keeps it himself. He's across the 40 down to the 35. He'll have a 1st down as he picks up 9 yards on the run for Peyton Bird.
Busted play, but Bird didn't panic, didn't try to hand it off, didn't lose the football, just tucked it in, found him a hole.
1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks at the 35 of Arkadelphia. And you got to look back, David, at the season. Arkadelphia starters have not played an entire ball game but one time this year, and that was against Malvern, and they lost that ball game. All the other games they have played, their starters, they've mercy ruled, and the starters have not played much in the second half, so we'll see if that wears on them. Lumberjacks will make a pass. They're complete out to Payne. Payne gets 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
That was Bird. at quarterback.
So you never know what Bird's going to do, if he's going to run or throw.
You've got to almost do that because you don't want to get it to the point where they say 1's in, we're running, 14's in, we're throwing. You got to mix it up.
2nd down, 6 for the Lumberjacks. Lassiter stays in as a H-back. Bird at quarterback. Bird hands it off. Cedric Calvert. Calvert across the 30, the 25, hits the edge at the 15, the 10, the 5. Back. There's flags all over the place at the 15-yard line.
Bring her back. And the sad part about that is none of those blocks were actually needed. They all came behind the play.
Cedric turned on the Jets. Will nullify the touchdown, but Warren should get a first down out of all this. We'll see what...
flags at the 16.
16. They got one at the 16, one at the 15.
Same penalty, I'm sure.
They're going to mark it off against Warren from the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. We will get the first down. They'll mark the football at the 24-yard line. And it was a holding down the field.
Still, it came behind the play. That is so frustrating for a coach.
Yeah.
But as a lineman, you feel like you've got to do something to...
He's your team.
Yeah, he's your teammate. You got to help, and you did.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks at the Arkadelphia 24-yard line. Warren leading 27-14. Bird stays in at quarterback. Puts a man in motion. That's Johnson. Hands it off to him on the reverse, and they're going to head to 20. Down to the 15-yard line as Tayshawn Johnson showing his speed and getting to the edge and picks up positive yardage.
Picks up 9.
It'll be 2nd down and 1 now. And I think we're starting to see this Arkadelphia team tire a little bit.
Beginning to tire and get a little frustrated.
2nd down and 1 for the Lumberjacks.
Because Maddox Laster then, just for the fun, blocked 22, and it made him mad.
2nd down and 1. Bird stays at quarterback. Calvert, your lone setback in the backfield. Peyton going to leave it with Calvert. He's hitting the backfield, going to be dropped for a loss. Boy, coming through almost untouched is number 55. That's Max Wilson. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, and he caught Calvert behind the line. It's going to be a loss of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Lumberjacks. We're down to 8:40 left to play in the ball game. Warren leading 27-14. Warren would like to put points on the board here, but David, they've taken almost 3.5 minutes off this fourth quarter here.
But you really need points right now.
3rd down and 3 for the Lumberjacks. Ball spotted at the 17 of Arkadelphia. Bird stays at quarterback. Calvert, the lone setback, beside him on the left. Going to hand it off. Calvert up the middle. He's got a big hole into the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Cedric Calvert, straight up the gut. And that offensive line, David, when they've had to, they've opened up some holes.
They have. And the thing about it, I'm going to say this. I say it every time we have a young offensive line. Sophomore offensive linemen become state championship senior offensive linemen.
All right, 1st and goal to go for the Lumberjacks.
Touch that one, huh?
Nope, I'm not going to go there. But 1st and goal to go for the Lumberjacks. From the 5. Bird hands it off again. Calvert into the end zone, touchdown. That his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. And the Lumberjacks are up 33-14. 7:41 to play in the 4th quarter. The winner of this ball game is going to go on and play Nashville. I checked that score a moment ago. Nashville was leading 41-0 over Elkins.
The winner of this game is going to Nashville. Let's just go ahead and say it.
Warren with a 33-14 lead, and Warren's going to go for 2. You got Lassiter in at quarterback. Marshall's back in at running back. Lassiter rolling to his right, looking back to his left, not finding anybody. Now he's going to keep it himself. Lassiter trying to get to the end zone. Does he make it?
No.
The officials coming in. Yes. A late call by the officials. He came running in from the far sideline. The 2-point conversion is good, and the Lumberjacks are up 35-14. 7:41 to play in the ball game. We'll keep it right here and tell you that our friends at American Shipping Corporation, if you're in the trucking business, the logging business, Heavy equipment operator, you need to know about American Shifty Corporation. They repair more big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches than anybody else in the country. They've been doing it for almost 50 years. They're located in North Little Rock at 2101 East Broadway. Their number is 1-800-444-5977. You can call Michael Adair. He comes all over Arkansas, travels the whole state, and I believe into Mississippi and Louisiana as well, picking up parts and getting them back to them. Because American Shifty, they're the best in the business. They can take care of you. Give Michael a call at 820-2028 right here in South Arkansas, and he'll take care of you as well. That's American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor, Lumberjack football. Big score for the Lumberjacks, David.
Yes.
Jacinto will get set to kick it off. Once again, Warren leading 35-14. Another high sky kick. This one's going to hit the ground and finally picked up at the 16 and return. And going to be hit and brought down at the 21-yard line. Peyton Bird down on the special teams, making the hit there tonight on the special teams on that play. And Arkadelphia is going to be 79 yards away.
The Warren drive, 11 plays, 66 yards. Took 6 minutes and 35 seconds.
That's the big thing.
That's the biggie.
Eating time off that clock. There's only 7:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. You got Arkadelphia down by 3 scores now, 35-14. They're going to leave it on the ground with Davis. Davis tiptoes his way up to the line. He's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. I think this Warren defense is feeling it, David. They're feeling a victory here tonight. And they are showing their hunger out there. The big guy, Davis, never got up ahead of steam that time. It's second down and 10 now for Arkadelphia. They go with triple receivers. Thomas wanting to throw. Pumps now wants to go deep. Has a man down the sideline. Through his hands and incomplete. Stone Gorman was coming over from the safety spot. It was intended for Bailey. He was open, but Thomas just overthrew it. So now it's third down and 10 for Arkadelphia from their own 20-yard line, 21-yard line. The incomplete pass will stop the clock with 7:04 left to go. They go empty backfield and 5 wide now. Ball on the right hash mark. Trips come wide left. Warren will show blitz. They pick it up. Thomas has time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. He'll roll to his right. Nowhere to go with it. Warren giving chase, and Thomas is going to throw it away. A great defensive stand here for the Lumberjacks. It'll be 4th and 10 for Arkadelphia from their own 21-yard line.
Throwing it away in that situation is not the best plan. You got to have a better setup than that. Because not only that, but he took a world of time.
6:53 to play now. 4th down and 10. Thomas stays in. He does back up. He will punt it away. It looks like we're going in the punting formation. He gets the snap. He'll punt it. It's a low, wobbly kick. It'll hit it midfield, bound inside Lumberjack territory, and roll dead at the 43-yard line of Warren. Warren will have it with 6:42 to play in the game, leading 35-14. And David, Warren, hey, they're feeling a victory here tonight.
Yes.
It's the Lumberjacks, but you can't celebrate too soon.
Nope. It's not over.
Lumberjack,
far from.
Lumberjack defense, though, has put a stifling on this team that has averaged 54 points a ball game this season. And they've got 14 here with 6.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. As Coach Embry's got his team here on the sideline.
And we know what Coach Embry wants to do.
He wants to run the football, hold on to it, and run that clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Peyton Bird, Tayshawn Johnson split wide left. Play clock down at 5. Put Tayshawn in motion. They're going to leave it up the middle to Traylon. Traylon Marshall's going to get it back to the line. Maybe a yard is all he's going to get. It'll be second down and 9 for the Lumberjacks. Again, the winner of this ball game is going to travel to Nashville. Boy, you start looking at these teams that are in the playoffs, David, it seems like it's the same teams every year. Warren, Arkadelphia, Nashville. Boy, we play those same guys every year.
Yes.
Somewhere in the playoffs. Second down and 9 for the Lumberjacks from their own 44-yard line. Bird's going to come back in at quarterback. Lassiter lines up as the blocking back here on the right side. Bird Leaves it with Marshall. Traylon got a hole. He's across up to midfield, and he's going to be brought down there as a flag comes in at the end of the play. Again, they're still trying to strip the football. Now a flag's come in for unnecessary roughness against the Badgers. They've been trying to hold Traylon Marshall up all night long. He has had a tendency to fumble throughout the year.
Yes, but he hadn't even bobbled the football tonight.
There's a penalty that went on right at the end of the play, and then after the whistles blew, there was 2 flags where they threw Marshall down back at the 39-yard line. So we'll see what the first flag is about, and then we know what the second one is about. But the first one, we're not sure. Well, we've got 5:46 left to play in this football game. Warren leading 35-14. All right, see if we can get a call from the white hat out there on the field. Now he's got to discuss the first flag up here. As Marshall got it to the 49, or make it the 48. So they're still trying to decide what they're going to do. Arkadelphia's already backed up as a team.
Yeah.
And we wait for the officials to decide. Here we go. Personal foul against Arkadelphia. They're going to mark it from the end of the run. That was all the way back at the 39 where the personal foul happened. Now Coach Embry's getting an explanation.
The first one's going to be a personal foul, I think.
You think so? Well, they're trying to explain things to Coach Embry and to the Arkadelphia coach as well. They got to get the game ball. It was left back at the 39-yard line. Everybody else was up here at midfield.
So when the center said, "Where's my football?"
So they're going to mark it from midfield. That was the end of the run. The personal foul penalty against Arkadelphia is marked off. It's going to mark it all the way down to the 35-yard line of Arkadelphia. It'll be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. So they may have picked up the first flag. That may have what it was. And then the second flag was the personal foul. But we'll take it. Lumberjacks have it 1st and 10 at the 35 of Arkadelphia with 5:44 to play in the game. Warren leading 35-14. Crossett has taken a lead over Monticello 21-20. That ball game in the fourth quarter, David.
That's a ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, over there in Monticello. Make it 28-20 now. Crossett on top. As Calvert carries up the middle, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Main thing is that clock continues to run, and Warren with a 3-score lead. They just want to keep that clock running and hold on to the football.
Couple of first downs would be nice, but they're not necessarily that concerned either.
On 2nd down and 11, the Lumberjacks taking their time. We'll let the play clock run down. It's at 12 now. Peyton Bird's at quarterback. Cedric Calvert's in at running back. Bird takes the handoff, hands it off to Calvert over the left tackle, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Actually, a loss of a yard again. So it'll be 3rd and 12 now for the Lumberjacks at the Badger 37-yard line. Jakari Lee's going to check in. Jared Payne comes out. It's 3rd down and 12. Clock continues to run. We're down to 4:20. Play clock at 15. Coach Emery doesn't seem in any hurry. He may take a timeout here on a 3rd down, try to make the right call. He's going to bring his team over to the sideline when the game clock or play clock gets down. He calls the timeout. With 4 minutes exactly left to play in this ball game. Hey, don't forget our friends at Trucks Heating and Air. Matt Trucks, Michael Burns, they both can take care of you. Cold weather's coming. It's going to be here next week. Don't wake up early next week one morning and say, boy, my heater is not working. Give Matt Trucks at Trucks Heating and Air or Michael Burns a call at 820-1525 or 820-0722. Let them come Get your heater ready to go for the colder weather that's coming up. Don't forget, they do have financing available for new units as well, and they do work on all brands and take care of all your heating and air needs. That's Trucks Heating and Air. 820-1525 or 820-0722 is the number to call for Trucks Heating and Air. All right, Coach Emery called the timeout with 4 minutes left to go. It's 3rd down and 12. Just want to make sure his team understood what they were trying to accomplish here, and that's
run the clock.
Yeah, run the clock. Peyton Bird will stay in at quarterback. Marshall's in at the tailback spot. They're going to hand it off to Marshall. Marshall's got a hold. He's across the 35. He'll get it down to the 32-yard line, but he held on to the football. And it'll be 4th down and 7 for the Lumberjacks. Arkadelphia is not going to use a timeout right here with the clock running at 3:42. And I wouldn't it would surprise me to see if Warren not take a delay game here and then punt it away. Let all the time run off. He may take the timeout. When the play clock, Coach Embry sitting watching, it's down to 12. The Lumberjacks are going to advance, avoiding a miracle by Arkadelphia here. And we'll be on the road and travel over to the western side of the state and take on the Nashville Scrappers next Friday night. Of course, Coach Embry calls the timeout there with 3:13 left to play. It's going to be 4th down and 7 for the Lumberjacks. And they warned here in this second half, and they've allowed 7 points in both halves to a team that was averaging 54. So you can't say enough about what this young defensive squad has done.
This defense has played lights out tonight.
Yeah, they played good all season long.
They have not had a bad one. Well, really, no, they have not played bad. The worst game we had against Stuttgart, it was offensive miseries, not really defensive miseries.
Exactly right. All right, 4th down and 7 for the Lumberjacks. Clock is stopped with 3:13. Warren has 1 timeout remaining. Coach Embry giving his team instructions. Hey, Robinson and Stuttgart are still tied 20-20. Shallow Christian's up 21-0 on Malvern. Nashville, let's see, I saw that score a second ago. Dumas is leading Gosnell 28-22. But Nashville was well in the lead a moment ago when I'll check the score again. Bird going to go empty backfield. 3 wide. Puts Marshall in motion, fakes it to him, wants to throw, looking for Reeb. He throws it up in the air. It's going to be intercepted inside the 10. Coming up with the interception is Kyler Pfeiffer, and Dave, that's just as good as a punt.
That's what I was about to say, Jimmy. Actually, it's probably better than a punt.
As they intercept it down at the 6-yard line, Pfeiffer makes the interception. Pass was intended for Jet Reeb. Bird just kind of laid it up in the air. Kind of floated on him a little bit.
Well, yes and no. It was one of those you either run over, run under it, they pick it off, but you really don't have a chance to return that type of interception, and that is Warren's first turnover of the night.
Thomas will hand it off to Davis, the big back. He's hit at the line. He'll get it out to about the 10-yard line, and coming up to make the stop for the Lumberjacks, that's going to be Hunter White. From a defensive lineman spot, gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Again, a 2nd down and 7. Arkadelphia goes with backs, twin backs. Thomas wanting to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now forced out. He's running to his right. Warren giving chase. Embry can't get there. He gets around him. He's run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So only a gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6, but the clock will stop with 2:31 remaining. Nashville gets the win tonight, 48-6. So Warren will travel to Nashville next Friday night. Of course, we'll be there to bring you the ball game right here on K-Country. Thomas wanting to throw again. Wide receiver screen complete out there to Pfeiffer. He's out over the 10, the 15. Going to get it out near the 20-yard line. Peyton Bird finally brings him down just shy of the 20. He does get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:20 left to go. Warren leading 35-14. It was 21-14 at the half. Lumberjacks scored 14 unanswered in the second quarter and 14 here in the second half to go up here, 35-14. There's a pass complete to Davis out of the backfield. He's hit and knocked out of bounds immediately by Xander Hemphill, a short gain of only 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. And the Badgers are going to end their season here tonight. Only their second loss on the year. Thomas again out of the shotgun. Empty backfield. Straight drop. Looking over the middle. Fires. It's going to be deflected by Maddox Lassiter. Intended out there for the receiver, Braylon Bailey, over the middle. But Lassiter was there with the linebacker spot and knocks it down. So Warren will make it. Arkadelphia looks at 3rd down and 7 now. Clock stops with 2:01 left to go with the incomplete pass. Thomas, straight drop, fires to the sideline. It's complete. Up the sideline over the 30, 35, still going at midfield. He didn't step out of bounds, and then it's going to be a touchdown. That's going to be Braylon Davis on the catch and run for Arkadelphia. Number 6. That's Jaston Davis making the big guy. He's got some wheels once he gets rolling, doesn't he? But Warren thought he stepped out of bounds and kind of gave up on the play and no call. And it'll be 35-20 now with 1:46 left to go. You know, you see a play like that late in the ball game, and it adds to the stats and everything, but it's really not going to show how Warren defense played.
No.
Here in this ball game. Arkadelphia is going to go for 2. Put a man in motion. Thomas wanting to throw, looking, has all day. Still dancing around. Now rolls to his right, comes back to his left, looking toward the end zone. Now throws it to the back. It's intercepted in the end zone by Stone Gorman. You can't return it in high school football, so it'll just be a dead play. And with 1:46 to go in the ball game, it's 35-20. Warren leads it. We're back in just a moment.
Think locally and act locally, too. Shop and invest close to home. As a community bank, we offer all the services the big guys do. But with us, your money stays home and goes to work for all of us. You care about your community. We know where you're coming from. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
35-20. Arkadelphia attempts an onside kick. Peyton Bird falls on it right at midfield, and the Lumberjacks are just about 3 or 4 plays away from calling this one a victory tonight.
Yes.
And we're going to be on the road to Nashville next Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have the broadcast for you right here on K-Country next Friday night as Peyton Bird, make it Lassiter's in at quarterback now. Lassiter's going to leave it with Traylon Marshall. He's across midfield. He'll gain a couple. He's still trying to strip the football. He finally falls down at the 47-yard line. The clock's going to continue to roll unless Arkadelphia calls a timeout, and they have. So the Badgers use their timeout. They had 3. They have 2 remaining with 1:33 to play. Looking at some other scores, Stuttgart leading Robinson now 23-20 in the fourth quarter. Crossett's ahead of Monticello 28-20 in the fourth quarter. Dumas leading Gosnell 28-22. How about that? We're going to have 3 teams out of the 8-4A, it looks like,
still in it,
advancing next week out of the 8-4A. Stuttgart knocks off Robinson. Warren knocks off Arkadelphia. Nashville got the win. Hoxie's still alive. They're in the fourth quarter, leading Newport by a score of 35-28. That's a 3A score. McGee, well, they've already taken it down. I assume McGee won. They were leading at the half. They've already taken that score down. Lumberjacks looking at 2nd down and 7 with 1:33 to play. Lassiter as Lassiter hands it off. Nope, keeps it himself. Maddox across the 45, inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. And we'll move the chains, and that ought to do it. I don't even think Arkadelphia should spend their final timeouts. We'll see what the coach wants to do over there for them. As it's 1st and 10 Warren with 1:20, and they'll run the clock now. And the Lumberjacks are going to get the victory here tonight as Lumberjacks 1st and 10 from their own 35. Under a minute left to go. Warren in a victory formation. Lassiter will take the snap, take the knee, back at the 40-yard line. Arkadelphia is not going to use their final 2 timeouts, trailing 35-20 by 15 points. And wow, David Warren has come on here in the second half, scored 14. Arkadelphia scored 13 in the second half, but the Lumberjacks have dominated this ball game almost all night.
Basically from the beginning, yes.
Warren will take another snap, and that's going to do it. Warren's going to get the win tonight and advance to the 4th round of the playoffs next Friday night in Nashville. 7 o'clock will be the kickoff. We'll be on the air around 6:30 with the Coach Embry Show, so I hope you'll join us then for that. We want to thank all of our listeners, all of our sponsors for joining us tonight. Thank you for being on Facebook and watching on the YouTube, watching the East Lab stream of the ball game. Wherever you are across the country, drop them a note and tell them thank you for streaming it. Hey, we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the wrap-up of tonight's ball game. Warren wins at 35-20. We're back in a moment.